Providing the funds to turn abandoned army bases in deserts, Texas, hot southern climates into concentration camps. They call them drug war boot camps. But they say even if you're suspected of using drugs, they can lock you up.
Oh, you suspected of doing drugs like me? Might get locked up.
They came for the Jews. I didn't care because I wasn't a Jew. They came for the crack dealers. I thought it was great. I wouldn't have to look at homeless people on the way to the yogurt stand anymore.
Nation's capital is a race wide. One concrete ring around the city, all over walk inside. Get on, get off. You know everything to decide. No mix and tie. No more than a battle of MMA drugs. There we go. Alright. What to do. My goodness. Shit, I almost had that. I want another one, just try that again. The pride is watching to each other out. I'll put that in on there. Okay. Let's see. There, get my. This one. Cool. Today was definitely a pretty nice little fun day. Kind of got a little bit more practice in when it comes to my skeet shooting, and that was pretty good. But unfortunately, I didn't really get that much active, as many shots as I would hope for. I started off doing really good, and I ended up being shit. Did really good, maintained that for a while, and I was like, you know what, I want a challenge. So I started walking further off to the side while we were like launching our skeets. And I started sucking again, and then I started getting pretty good, sucked again, and then, got back up again. So it was pretty fun. Were we shooting? We already did that today. It was skeet shooting. Shooting some skate. So, it was a pretty little fun day. I also approached one of the cows that were hanging out at their little field. One of them was just chilling there, staring at the fence right over here. It was just staring. She's a big girl. She's like this, just honk, just a chunk. Just sat there right at the gate, and I just walked up to her, and I had a nature valley. I was like, "You want it?" She sniffed, and then she literally did this. I am better than you. I am more holy than thou. I'm too pure for this. She literally like some sassy queen bitch, and just went and just strutted off. I was just like, oh wow, she got sass. What the fuck? I didn't think a cow would literally just just stare at you and kind of flex by just staring at you. Offer a nature valley thinking she'll probably eat it or something, and she just goes I mean, she didn't make a noise. She went I mean, the cow version of nah. She kind of went and then just kind of walked off, and I was like, well, jeez, was I just fucked on? Did I just get roasted? Did I get roasted by a cow? I saw the weirdest porn today. I saw a pussy smoking a joint. Frankly, that's not the weirdest thing I've heard. Cows are mixed bad. They're either way too friendly or dicks. Yeah, well, my cousin who has some cattle, which are not these ones. These are my aunt's neighbors, and she helps take care of them a little bit. They kind of from what I could tell, are basically kind of a joint, kind of collaboration with them. I mean, in a way, just because they're friendly with each other, they're neighbors, close friends, stuff like that. So they help kind of mutually take care of them. And the ones my cousin owns, he straight up has a couple dick bags. All the female cows are skittish, but the one male that he has is a major dick. But these ones are just kind of meh. Pretty much in the middle, where they're just meh. I was wondering why our hotel room is 85. Someone turned off the damn autocool. Damn. Oof. Just everything. Just damn. Just turn it back on. Well, good at least. Gonna wake up to an ice chest. Gonna wake up to an ice chest. I think it'll be fine. I know tomorrow's supposed to be a cold day too. At least cold for Texas, but to me it's pretty much mid as fuck. So I'm not really fretting on it too much myself. It's usually once the wind comes in that ends up being pretty bad, so I guess we'll see. Set to 6.9. Nice. Kitties are held up next to the AC, Lamau. Aww, that's kind of cute. Probably just, you know, enjoying the cool air because they're probably stuffed up. I know cats can technically, you know, be resistant and withstand heats up to like 115 degrees. That doesn't mean they should, by the way, but from what I understand, like cats are actually pretty adapted to like high heat, but it's certainly one of those things where, you know, you don't want them exposed to that, obviously. So, I mean, you know, an 85, that ain't really that bad. But I'm sure those kitties are probably feeling like, man, we could use some cool air and cool down a little bit. So I'm not surprised they're all huddled up over there. That's kind of cute. Brother Movers came today and were a couple uber muscle-bound black folk, incredibly nice, but they straight look like fighters. Probably because, you know, they might be. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, dudes like that, you know, especially being in the South, have to legit mentally, emotionally, and physically fight for their rights and their freedom and shit in the sense of, like, racist pieces of inbred fucks, you know, who think they're superior to an actual, you know, genetically, you know, diverse and genetically strong black man. And I will say that, like, unironically, like, black men in the South are genuinely more genetically stronger Homo sapiens than humans in the species in comparison to some Southern hick. Like, the traditional white Southern hick boy or some shit is unironically just like a gross mishmash of ancestral breeding going on, frankly. Or at least there's a strong chance of that. If you're black and you're in the South, there's a strong chance that, I mean, you got genes from pretty much like all over the place. I mean, you probably got like, you know, a little bit of white, and, you know, unfortunately because of slave driving and all that shit. But there's also an off chance you might have like a little bit of Hispanic, you might have Native American, stuff like that. Like, there's unironically like, oh, this is Sepultura with Jello Biafra? Oh, fuck yeah. But, you know, it's like, I mean, because there's all sorts of different, you know, like backgrounds who are equally as oppressed, or at least, you know, oppressed in different ways, you know, they all would, you know, conglomerate and mingle together and, like, you know, be in the same neighborhoods and shit like that. You know, so to a certain extent, like, I mean, they they pretty much have to, like, you know, survive, like, every fucking day. Yeah, like Rose said. They've been trained to defend themselves from day one, and it's literally ingrained in their genes. Well, today is actually pretty, not too bad now for going out and about and shit. At least, you know, for my day today. Though tomorrow's gonna be kind of, a little interesting. I'm gonna be, leaving here at like fucking 5, and then I'm gonna be like hanging out, you know, going to a burger joint, hanging out with, one of our famous for a little bit. And then, fucking have to go to the airport and be doing all that shit, which I'm gonna have to be there at like the flight. Oh my god, flight fucking leaves at like 11:15, so I'm gonna be in Vegas literally in the middle of the night where there's like nothing going on and all that shit. So I'm not exactly gonna be excited about that, but ain't what you can do. Let's see what's going on for the tube today. Maybe I can cruise around on the side screen and then use this as a way to look it up over here. First thing you need to know, son, if trouble comes, disappear. Doesn't matter what it is or if you're even involved, just be gone. Secondly, if you end up at some kind of social gathering, ... Don't dance. They take that as a threat. They take that as a threat, I tell you what, boy. What else can be pulled up from here? This is what a lot of people teach their kids in the Deep South. I mean, weirdly enough, it is just kind of like, you know, the sad but truth to an extent. Maybe not to that exact way, but it's certainly, you know, around that, that's for sure. Cause you just gotta love, you know, just the South for being disgustingly racist and all that shit. Which, man, like, this is why I'm like an unironic advocate for Reconstruction, because the fact that we still have like genuine, like, strong racist fucking bullshit still in this fucking country, and like, that really needs to be seen as unacceptable, to the point where it's like, it should honestly legit be like, you know, just Reconstruction too. Like, I mean, honestly, at this point, like, I mean, I'm more of an advocate than ever these days. I mean, not because of being here. I mean, just because in general, honestly. Like, I mean, and now that the election year's coming up, I'm going to probably unironically be more of a vocal advocate about that as time goes on. I mean, unironically, though, because, like, I mean, there was just so much bullshit, you know, that kind of, you know, that just is continuously being a problem, like, you know, when it comes to this type of shit. Like, you know, systemic racist, you know, shit, redlining, police brutality against black folk constantly, you know, against the, you know, like, to the nonconformists, to the, you know, indentured, to, like, the fucking impoverished. Like, the whole system, you know, crushes and beat people down like this, whether they happen to be a minority or not. Like, every, you know, anyone who's under that fucking, you know, underclass, you know, especially the minority, is going to be heavily impacted and marginalized by that. And basically, from day one, are just told, struggle and fight. Like, you don't get to live comfortably. I mean, there was like a point, like, very early in my life growing up where, you know, I wasn't really having to worry about that as much, but I mean, honestly, it was pretty much about, like, right after fucking 07, 08 is when shit really turned, and that's when, of course, once I started actually becoming a fucking adult, started actually growing up. It's 2008. It's not struggle and fight, it's just struggle. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. I mean, well, I guess it depends on the person. Like, some people got enough fucking piss and vigor to fight, not just struggle, but most people don't really got that in them. They don't got that dog in them. I mean, at least, you know, until push comes to shove to a certain extent. And I definitely feel like, you know, more people are going to get that dog in them. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's certainly going to be a more stronger rage of fight, you know, in people. I mean, honestly, like, I really do kind of think that's starting to become more of a growing trend. It just needs to be harnessed. I mean, and that's the problem. It's not harnessed. Like, the fight part of this struggle is not actually being harnessed and put into a positive use. That's the issue. Because I feel like a lot of the, you know, struggle and a lot of piss and vigor, you know, that people have can easily be coalesced into, you know, shit. You know, when it comes to actually, like, you know, pushing advocacy for, you know, like, ending, you know, this, like, slug of fucking constant struggle and shit. And the thing is, it's not like, you know, struggle isn't inherently, like, you know, some bad thing. I mean, it's okay to have struggles and stuff, but, you know, fundamentally, it's about unnecessary struggle. And so much of our lives is just straight built off of unnecessary struggle. Not just struggle itself, but unnecessary struggle. Like living paycheck to paycheck and having to, like, you know, maybe starve, you know, a day or two, you know, in order to, like, pay rent or something. You know, so it's just like, Mom had to be here and complain about someone pounding on the floor above us while they were breaking rules by having 3 animals here. She should not be saying anything. Don't bring attention to yourself. Well, yeah. Why should she bring attention to herself? Because if, you know, they found out that she has animals, they're going to kick her out too. Hey, why do you have animals? This is a no pet hotel. Get out of here. No refunds. Whenever it is, it's always the wrong thing. Fuck the way this country is gone. Yes, let's unite against the goddamn fucking gays. Wait, what? It's pet friendly. Then why can you not have animals? That's contradictory. That's like straight up a contradiction. It's just a limit of pets in 2. Well, just say that, you know, it's a limit of 2. Do you get any snow in Texas? Why would there be snow right now? Like, it snowed like a few years ago, but it ain't snowing now. No. It's probably snowing in Oregon. Nice. It says Dallas is about to get some. Well, I'm not directly in Dallas. I'm honestly pretty outside of Dallas, my dude. I'm like straight up, you know, like at least like a good hour plus away from Dallas, my guy. So I think I'd be aight. Did you believe in a Christmas spirit on 25th? Because if you did, you have gotten snow. I mean, it's oh my god, the idea that Texas is going to be able to have, like, you know, just snow if, you know, the Christmas spirit was just like there, like, oh my lord. You know, a lot of that's probably due to my sleepy ass energy. Okay. Yeah. I gambled all my Christmas spirit away in Vegas. That's because Hurricanes 3. I couldn't even play it. Like, it literally crashed every time I tried to fucking play it. So I'm just not even gonna bother with it. At least it's in my library, but I mean, considering that it's a Paradox Interactive game, it should straight up like be fine. Like, I mean, but it just literally refuses to run. Like, it will be on the main menu and it just will crash. The current update is broken. So it's an update. Oh my, well, at least it ain't a problem with my computer. Because, dude, it's literally like 1 frame per second, which for the menu, I don't even know how that's possible, but it is, I guess. Like, it's ridiculous, dude. It's kind of cringe. Victoria 3 is doing the same thing right now. Good thing I didn't buy that either. Well, at least I didn't buy that specifically yet. At least Star Wars restaurant's fine. Thank God. Thank goodness. I also got Bannerlord 2, but I'm not really going to bother with that yet. Because honestly, I should download the first war bands before I do that. Let me look here. Okay, no. Yeah, I don't have Mountain Blade downloaded yet either, so oh my fucking god, dude, the first Mountain Blade is like less than 5 gigabytes, and this Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord is 48.7 gigabytes. Like, holy shit. Major jump. Is that Kid Rock? Fuck no. I ain't gonna listen to that plagiarist, racist, faggoty ass garbage. I'm listening to Suicidal Tendencies. Mike Muir. Yeah, I can even look it up. Show you who he is. Come on. Oh, come on. I mean, with how I have it set up, I can't really exactly move on all this shit. If you want to see who I'm talking about, it's this guy. It's Mike Muir. Suicidal Tendencies. He's like a major skater dude who used to be part of gangs in LA. He's released several solo albums under his name Psycho Myko. Muir's trademark is wearing bandanas, jerseys with a number 13, and hats with block style letters that read suicide. He was 17 years old when he formed Suicidal Tendencies. Looks like Stone Cold Steve Austin. His house was made into a horror house on Discovery Channel show Monster House. Let's see what other stuff's on here. This is pretty funny though. Mike Muir was involved in a near violent feud with Megadeth. Mainly with Dave Mustaine during the European Clash of Titans tour, but the two have since reconciled and are apparently now on friendly terms. Still funny. But I know there's like at least, you know, a few other things in here that will say some of the stuff I was talking about. I guess it doesn't really immediately say in here. What else says in here? Yeah, I guess it doesn't really say on here. I know there was something about it. So tomorrow will be a day of rest until Friday and we leave. Nice. Well, I'll be home Friday, I guess. You know, officially finally resting and settling down. Where I can smoke some weed, have a beer or two, and all that shit. I don't have to worry about. It's gonna be fucking nice out there, I tell you what. I tell you what. I didn't think of that. Mama said because she has paperwork saying Chihuahua is her emotional support animal, they can't count her as one of the two animals allowed this technicality. I guess I'll explain why she decided to go Karen mode and complain about some. I mean, to be fair, I can understand, you know, complaining to someone who's just like, you know, I guess I can't really emphasize it here. But, you know, if someone's like, you know, being loud doing that or some shit, yeah, hell no. I mean, at a certain point, you're going to want to, like, you know, say something. I mean, I would, honestly. I'll take a broom and be like, boom, boom. You know, let them know that they're making noise and it's causing a ruckus for us. Makes sense, at least. And unless they were just like, nah, fuck you, go fuck yourself. I mean, unless they were, like, overtly being, like, piece of shit about it. You know, like, but, you know... But, you know, if they were, then I would actually go complain about it. But if not, they're like, oh, my bad, we'll try to keep it down. And whatever. Remember to change my underwears? I took a shower today. So, by proxy, I did. Freak. Including, like, you know, all my other clothes. Fuck your Cowboys, bitch. Ugh, man, one more fucking night of this shit. Tonight and tomorrow. Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. No, it was like some casino. Ironically, that should be disbanded. Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. I mean, kind of low-key, though. Like, it's not even affiliated with the Dallas Cowboys at this point. It's quite literally just like a brand in itself. That's only there to kind of, you know, basically use women as sex objects. Because unironically, that's what it is. Like, there is legitimate, like, abuse and sexual harassment and assault that happens a lot, you know, within the Dallas Cowboys. Like, there's whole, like, I'm pretty sure there's, like, whole various different controversies about it. Barely legal girls running around in incredibly short shorts, kind of perverted. That's the point. Basically, scantily fucking whorish looking, barely legal girls, you know, dancing around, being sexually abused by their fucking bosses and agents and shit like that behind the scenes in locker rooms and stuff. And then they get all doped up and drugged up and shit because they try to have some escapism of all the fat fuck you money they get. And they end up having their lives ruined in some way, shape, or form. Like, I guarantee you that's, like, really what happens. Like, because do you hear anything about, like, Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders after being a cheerleader? No. You don't hear anything about that. Probably because a lot of them go into obscurity being a meth head or fucking killing themselves with fentanyl or some shit. You know, or going into prostitution and being just, like, lost, to, you know, to some weird obscure shit with a pimp or something. You know, let's look this up. Well, you know, fuck this. Let's actually look up some of this. Yeah, let me do some adjustments here, actually. To move this a little bit. What the fuck? Why ain't this moving? Something going on here? Okay, now it's moving. That's weird, whatever. I'm gonna move this a little bit this way so I can have better comfortability a little bit here. There we go. Alright. With you guys here. So I'm gonna move this up. And since we're on the wiki page, let's just do it right here. Okay. Well, I guess they were formatted in 1961, so 62 years ago. The Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, sometimes initialized DCC, officially nicknamed America's Dream Girls or America's Sweethearts. That I feel like that's not better. Honestly, whatever. It also doesn't even say anything. It shows like a couple things with alumni. Many former Cowboy cheerleaders have gone to achieve success in show business and other noble endeavors. Melissa Roycroft of The Bachelor and was on Dancing of the Stars multiple times. Jenny Croft, runner-up of The Bachelor, former Miami Heat cheerleader, and Phoenix Suns cheerleader. Sarah Shahay, actress, USA Network's Fairly Legal, and CBS's Person of Interest. So I guess a couple people have, gotten success. But those are like 3 people out of like hundreds and hundreds of chicks, dude. You know what I mean? The DCC were subject to the documentary Daughters of Sexual Revolution, the untold story of Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. Honestly, there's like not even a controversy page on here at all or anything. Yeah, there isn't much, honestly. Like, there straight up isn't really much on here at all. So maybe it's not like a big thing, or maybe it's just not like, talked about, or hasn't really been brought. I don't know. Maybe it honestly isn't really as big of a thing. I'm sure it happens, but maybe it's not like some enterprise or some shit. People have run around click. Called me a prude, Nick server for that take, and I'm just like, what? Yeah, it's ironically, it's the prudes and the conservatives that want that shit way more than not. Because it's not about the fact that they're looking all scantily and shit, it's the fucking exploitation and the fucking, objectification, and body objectification and fucking, dehumanization and just looking at, these cheerleaders as nothing more than sex objects, and that's it. You think the fucking, 50-year-old, 60-year-old old men, fucking rubbing one out to the cheerleaders, is fucking looking at that like, oh man, yeah, I love the fact that they just dance so well. No, they're looking at their fucking ass and tits and shit, man, like, goddamn, I wish I could have that. It's like, give me a fucking break. Like, are they retarded? Or if they don't see the obvious reason as to why they're there, then I don't know what to tell them. Sounds like projection on my part. Or on their part, I should say. In my opinion. Yeah, it sounds like they're fucking just... projecting a lot. You know, I also don't understand why there are some motherfuckers out there that'll just be like, oh, well, you know, oops. Well, it's just like you think, you know, like this whole thing is like sexual exploitation and stuff like that. Well, let me just tell you this, buddy. You're a fucking prude and a conservative son of a bitch. It's like, no. Criticizing the objectification and chauvinistic, you know, misogyny that comes from because of conservative ideology, you know, over shit like that. I mean, like, yeah, nah, fuck this. It's, you know, it's like, this isn't inherently like, you know, some sort of, you know, all volunteer type of thing or some shit, or all like, you know, consenting thing. It's coercive. Like, you don't think these chicks are coerced, you know, with a lot of fucking money and the whole idea of fame and fortune and stuff like that, as long as they, you know, suck a dick here and there or whatever the fuck. It's like, come on. If this shit happens in Hollywood, do you really think it doesn't happen, you know, in this shit? Because of course it does. Absolutely. I mean, honestly, it probably is brushed under the rug way more often, you know, just because, like, who's gonna listen to, like, you know, I guess some random obscure cheerleader that nobody knows the name of, right? It's fucked, but honestly, that's probably the reason why we don't have a controversy page about that shit or something. You know, where we don't hear about it a lot, because, I mean, they're not famous people or, you know, famous actors or anything like that. This getting clad alpha is being used for male gaze. Yeah, I mean, well, the problem is, for me, it's not like, you know, a chick, you know, having like some skin clad outfits being used for male gaze. That part is not the problem to me. It's the coercion and like the specific, you know, demographic of who they're trying to attract, not only with the job, but who is looking at the consumerism of, you know, of the dances and all that shit. Like, there's a whole manipulative, coercive, you know, system around that. Like, I mean, because honestly, like, I won't necessarily make the same fucking critique about like any other cheerleader team, to be honest with you. Like, it's specifically the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders that are like America's sweethearts. They're the big number one thing. So they're gonna definitely have the most skeletons in the closet. Feel me? I mean, it's like, so like calling that out, and sure, while not really being much evidence for it at all, evidently. I mean, it's not like, I mean, it still exists. It's still there. I mean, it's like, I mean, you know, it's like with the whole, you know, like Me Too shit, right? It's like there wasn't like initial evidence immediately right off the bat, but a good fat chunk of that stuff ended up being true regardless. It ended up being pretty fucking accurate. In fact, there was a lot more other nefarious details that eventually came out anyway. So it's not like it's impossible to fucking, you know, like realize, you know, come to the root of the issue and crack it open and stuff. But like, I mean, the only way that you can get to that is if someone blows the whistle. And, you know, hopefully there's like, you know, a chick brave enough for it. If, you know, it really is a thing that's, you know, more than just like some one-off, you know, fucking thing. Because if it was like a one-off, like, you know, type of thing, you know, like, it would still be bad, but at least it could be isolated into, like, that person was a fucked up dude, fire. But I guarantee you it's not. There ain't no way in hell that shit's just some one-off. Especially with how, like, you know, America's sweethearts have been around since the fucking 50s. I mean, in a way, I wouldn't be surprised if some of that shit, you know, was worse back in, like, the 50s and 60s, where it was basically seen as normal to be doing that behavior. Not just normal, but encouraged and advocated for. It's like, oh, look at the dame in her legs. It's like, fucking Christ, man. The pounding stopped. Sweet. To do is search while this is still playing. Oh, no, not that. Don't do that. Oh, right here at the bottom. Cool. Let's see what I can play here. Oh. There we go. Sweet. What time is it where you're at? 11? It's 11 at night. And I literally got nothing else to do. Pretty much everyone else is asleep, so I'm the only one guarding the lines. We're in the same time zone for once. Is this actually your fucking time? I figured you would be like an hour later at like fucking midnight, dude. I figured it'd be midnight for you. Like I'm somehow in the same time zone as you. You're making me want to look. Oh my god. Really? Zoom out. Zoom out. There we go. Okay. So Shreveport. Dude, you're like fucking 3 states away, bro. Dude, you should literally be like well over an hour time zone difference. The fuck is this? How's this make sense? The fuck? Alabama should be like a time zone ahead. Should be like midnight over there. Like Mississippi and Louisiana. You know, maybe. I can see that a little bit. Mainly Louisiana. Like how fucking Mississippi, like the 55, like Highway 55 here, whatever the fuck this is. Like this bitch right here can easily be like, you know, the time zone change shit right here. Where it's like, alright, you know, this is where our time zone is with that shit. It's alright, run all in this shit,
And people can choose from different types of COVID-19 vaccines too. The Novavax COVID-19 vaccine adjuvant.
Oh shit. Oh, this is new.
It has not been approved.
Oh shit. This is new. I think did fucking Google update something here?
For people ages 12 and up.
I don't think I've seen this on Google Maps before yet, but dude, did like the natives like come back and rise up, dude? Dude, natives rose up. Dude, they took back Oklahoma. The Skagee, the Cherokee, the Choctaw, and the Chickasaw. Cool. I feel like in the past it was way tinier than that. All these.
This vaccine is right for you. Find the Novavax vaccine and fact sheet at findnovavax.com.
Thinking about getting a new dishwasher?
I don't lose an hour until I get to New Mexico. Seriously? That's...
Cleaning need to be clean too.
Dude, that is honestly kind of ridiculous, not even gonna lie.
But definitely affects performance. So before you replace it, give this a try. Because you can't get clean dishes with the
Yeah, like, huh?
your dishwasher in top shape.
Huh?
So get rid of the gunk.
I'm looking at the map here and, like, bruh. Okay, whatever. Planet's dumb. Planet weird. Brain no get. Brain no understand. when I get there, you'll be an hour. I mean, when you get back to Oregon. Yep. So at least there'll only be an hour difference this time. All you have to do is just, just like push your schedule an hour behind. And there you go. Well, I'm sitting here in a 2-hour difference. I've been basically like waking up from like noon to 1. Just because that's about 10 to 11 o'clock when I normally would wake up in Oregon. Which in a way actually might help. It might help kind of reset my sleep schedule a little bit to, instead of wake up from like noon to 1 like over there like I am here, like, you know, I could at least, you know, maybe kind of readjust that to an extent to where I can at least, you know, maybe sleep a little earlier and then, you know, wake up a little earlier. People's Republic of Oregon. Honestly, unironically based. And I wish. I have a strong feeling that Oregon would probably be better for it. But, you know, don't tell that to dirty, to those conservatives that think, you know, those damn dirty commies, you know, are like going to be out there destroying everything or some shit. Because you know how these motherfuckers are. They're just going to be like, oh my god, these damn commies are going to destroy it all. Libtard Republic of Oregon. That's basically is like what every conservative thinks, even though like Oregon is at least genuinely better about most things. Just across the board. Better at roads, better at functioning as a society, better food, better options for things to do and shit like that. All sorts of stuff. Saying the libs there suck. In comparison, okay, if we're going to be comparing basically the entire South versus Oregon, Oregon is a goddamn utopia, okay? It's a utopian paradise, you know, in comparison to the entirety of the South. Dude, I don't know if you drive by Dallas or anything like that, but oh my god, dude, it is a fucking urban nightmare, dude. It's a fucking hellhole. I don't like Dallas, you know, going through it, bro. It's a fucking hellhole. It's a maze. There's like no sidewalk. There's nothing for pedestrians. You're just driving everywhere. There's lanes everywhere. Roads fucking everywhere. I fucking hate it. It honestly makes me mad. Like, it's like, where the fuck, you know, is everything for people? There's nothing for people. There's things for machines and for vehicles and basically anything that could kill you. You know, these souped up massive fucking trucks. By the way, there are souped up trucks fucking everywhere. And luckily, at least half of them look like they were actually used. And the other half, you can tell, are rich, yuppie, retired fucks that don't, you know, get a smidge of dirt on their fucking shit. And it's just there as a status symbol. At least, you know, my family uses their shit. Like, I mean, they still kind of keep it clean, but they at least use their shit. They use their stuff, but oh my god, like, there are just some things, mainly with the infrastructure and shit like that, it's a fucking nightmare, dude. I've been through Dallas, know how bad it is. Dude, it's a nightmare, man. Like, and whatever, like, pedestrian ways that they do have are crumbling and just are almost non-existent. Like, I've driven through, you know, like, Dallas enough times to know that, and it's like, because there's just not there. Like, Portland's genuinely, like, a European city in comparison to most American cities. Like, it's like somehow, it's like someone took a European city from, like, the 1950s, literally just grabbed it, slapped it on Oregon, and then it got Americanized over time. Like, that's almost just like what Portland's like. It's basically, like, I mean, it's basically if a European city from, like, 70 years ago just was ripped out from, like, France or some shit, just shoved in Oregon, and just got Americanized over time. Like, that's basically Portland. It's like, I mean, at least, you know, we're pretty close to looking like a fucking accessible pedestrian city. Still plenty of problems. I mean, it could be a jungle nightmare some places too, don't get me wrong, but god damn, it is genuinely smooth sailing, easy peasy shit. And things are close by. You know, you don't have to drive 40 fucking minutes to go to a grocery store, any of that shit. You don't have to drive an hour to go to a movie theater. Like, things are shocker within a 15-minute distance of each other. Oh, but that's the whole 15-minute city conspiracy where we're going to be in like 15-minute city districts or some shit like that. Which, weirdly enough, is kind of contradictory to what a lot of conservatives want, where it's like, we should, go back to the small village, traditional lifestyle, which is like the 15-minute city idea. Have everything you need within like a 15-minute, range of walking, driving, whatever the fuck, and, like having a tight-knit community, basically. Like, that's what they're advocating for, but as soon as you put a name to it, like 15-minute city, then they think it's like some commie agenda. It's like, huh? It's like you had no policies for it, but you were kind of advocating that. Now we put like something in place to advocate it, and now you're like, no. It's like, the fuck? It's like, excusez-moi, le Francois. It's like, they'll look at like European villages and cities, that are unironically like, these little 15-minute city style communities, and it's shocker. Like, things that they fucking like slobbed a dick of, essentially. And then it's like, well, like I said, as soon as you put a name to it, they're like, nah, can't have this at all. It's like, what, so do you want to just move to Europe and live in those ones? Or do you want to move those over here and advocate that here? Like, what do you want? Like, and if you are just going to freak the fuck out over it, when we try to do it here, then leave. Go move to Switzerland or something then. I don't know. Like, I don't get these, like, weirdos that are just like, well, advocate for a thing. You give them, like, what it is, like, here, this is what it is. They're like, nah. Actually, no, bitch. It's like, Like, how's that supposed to make sense? Like, seriously, it's like, I mean, some of these, like, weird right-leaning conspiracy nutters sometimes. I know the 15-minute city conspiracy isn't really, like, a big one, but there was, like, a moment where, like, it exploded as, like, a talking point with some of them for a minute. For at least, like, a month. And it's like, why? This shit's actually good. It's nice. It's convenient. Like, are these motherfuckers about convenience? It's like, come on. Just gonna start making a tower of these Dr. Pepper cans. Okay, drive personally, I don't want, you don't slow down when you cross the road. And that's why I have a problem with people driving, because people are retarded and don't understand what the fuck, a car is. And there needs to be more, and people need to, like, have more restrictions when it comes to trying to get a license if they don't know how to drive. Plenty of people that do, and as long as they, keep their head on a swivel and know what they're doing, I don't care. I'm not worried about, like, people that I know are capable of driving, but that's usually within my own certain circle. But random strangers, dude, like, before I went to Texas, like, I think it was, like, a couple days before I left. Like, yeah, it was, because it was my Friday before my weekend before I left. Like, I was crossing the street, because it was my right of way, and of course, some jacked up fucking, mega monster truck wheeling dipshit with a massive, like, truck and shit, like, was just not paying attention and fucking just like turning over, just like gunning it while I'm crossing the road, and I look over and I see this big gigantic fucking death beast charging me, and I fucking like panic and actually start running back like, what the fuck? And I yell that, and he stops, and I'm like, fuck you, walking by, and like, go yell and go fuck yourself, you retarded fuck, pay attention. And he just kept driving on like a goddamn idiot, probably not acknowledging me and be like, all right, you little dumb deer, get out of the way before I run you over. Here, let me drop a bullet. Listen to Kid Rock on a fucking radio or some shit, fucking bitch. And that's why, I'm fucking hate that shit. I don't like that. That's why I, frankly, when it comes to this country, I swear to God, half of these motherfuckers with licenses will never get a license again. Like, unironically. And honestly, that will save so many fucking lives, and the people that actually know how to drive could probably, feel more comfortable, driving around, and actually can feel safe knowing that they don't got some dipshit, that they might get creamed into, or like rear-ended by it because they're on their phone texting like a moron. It's like, holy shit. I mean, dude, there are just some people, man, that make me like, you know, want to go hardcore authoritarian on some bitches, man. There are just some people where I'm like, now you need like, it's just like, you need some, like, there are just some motherfuckers, dude, that just need that boot. Just occasionally, not even permanently, just for a moment to be like, you're an idiot, correct yourself. And once you correct yourself, then you're cool again. Like, that's what it should be. It's like, because some motherfuckers, man. There was a shooting today in Birmingham because someone flipped off some idiot in an F-150. You know, can we just like do a total complete shutdown on the South? Let's actually build a wall on the South. Just send the federal, again, reconstruction shit going on here again. Like, just send in the troops, just fucking, you know, because like, fucking hell, bro. When that is like normal in society, your society collapsed. You're a savage society. Because that doesn't happen here in Portland. I mean, there's crazy shit that happens in Portland, don't get me wrong, but just because you flip someone off like that, you're not gonna get shot for it. Like, I mean, someone might be like, the fuck, bro? And might want to try to start something with you, but they ain't gonna just like immediately go blah, or whatever the fuck. Or I guess in this case, be like, all right, let me get my fucking hunting action. All right, you some bitch. God, man, like there are just some motherfuckers in this country that I'm just like, man, if it wasn't for the fact that you're an citizen in this country, you would never have these rights, and you better be fucking glad, man. It's holy shit. There are way too many people in this country that, yeah, are way too quick to pull a gun out, way too quick to start a fight, don't pay attention when they drive, none of this shit. There are just too many fucking people like this. So I think, you know, there just needs to be like a temporary quick boot of like, you're a fucking idiot, correct yourself. Like, cause holy shit, there are just too many people that haven't had that. I mean, honestly, it's like, goddamn. Just a little bit, you know, just that little, like, you know, just a little, I mean, just we just need a little bit of that every now and then. Right, like me? Yeah, like, you know, my roommate Drew, like, he's actually a decent driver. Like, I've never felt like, you know, are we gonna crush? I've never felt that way, you know, so it's like when you know, he's driving around and shit. Like, so, you know, if it comes to my, you know, former roommate, you know, Fred, you know, that we call him, like, I mean, it's, yeah, like, I felt totally fine, you know, driving around, because he actually was safe. He would, you know, like, you know, he would usually, like, when it comes to his phone, he'll be on it, then he'll put it down, and then you have this little Bluetooth thing here where it's connected to the phone where he can switch music stuff a little bit, so it's like, there's at least a way to where he's still paying attention. You know, he always looks around stuff, like, he actually, you know, he's a responsible driver. The folks down here are so spoiled when it comes to guns. They won't take a restriction on that lying down. Well, hey, I guess we're thinning the herd a little bit at that point. Their fault. They're the ones who shot first, right? It's like the meme, Han Solo shot first. They could try to rewrite it and say Greedo did, but that's not how it works. Yeah, I'm gonna throw that fucking reference at you. Star Wars ref, bitch. What are you gonna do? I mean, because honestly, it's just like, if people really genuinely think that it's just acceptable to just like, you know, like just have like a gun strapped to your back and like, you know, ready to grab it and shoot somebody at any second because you think they're a threat, or someone flips you off and you just have to like, you know, put a bullet in their head for it. Like, I mean, it's no, like, I mean, that's insane. That's like the sign of a collapsed society and a government that doesn't give a fuck. And I mean, it's like, fuck, I mean, somebody's got to. I mean, holy shit. Even if it's just, you know, vocalizing it. Because holy fuck, I mean, it's like, I guess in some parts, just like beating a dead horse into a literal pulp, because I mean, it's been a fucking argument for what, like 2+ years now, dude. Or not 2+ years, 2+ decades. I remember when the the Clackamas Mall shooting happened, bro. I was in fucking freshman year of high school when that happened. Like, I mean, it's shit like that, you know, sticks with you. And knowing that that was 21 years ago. Well, no, not 21. 11 years ago. If someone's directly attacking you, I mean, if someone's directly attacking you and you have a reasonable logic, or or viable, or at least like valid reason to think that your life is at risk, yes. Like, I mean, if someone's directly attacking you and your life is genuinely at risk, then yes. That's an equal force shit where you can't pull unless they have a gun too. I disagree with that. I do too. And the thing is, like, I'm just gonna be honest with you, it's not enforced. That's not enforced because there's been plenty, and I mean plenty of times, where people's lives have been threatened. The attacker does not have a gun, the defender does, and charges are dropped. And the defender, gets to keep their gun, stuff like that. I'm just telling you now, that shit's not enforced. It's basically there to stop people like you're talking about who will shoot someone for flipping them off. That law is more meant for that. It's not really more or less meant for someone who generally thinks their life's at risk, because as long as you abide by the law as much as you can reasonably as possible, given the situation and the circumstances, and all you have to defend yourself is a gun, like, any proper court will see this as a understandable act that, had to be done despite the circumstances, and, and likely charges, will get dropped, or at least, drop down to a minor misdemeanor offense of some sort, to where, you're not really gonna get fucked for it. I mean, to be fair, it's not 100%, because, like, there are definitely people that, I would argue have, tried to defend themselves, but, like, go a little excessive, at least in the eyes of the law, and, will actually get, a punishment as well. Usually not to the same degree, but it certainly happens. I understand sent by it, but I think the law is kind of vague. It is. It should be a little bit more precise. You have a mandate to run instead of fight, which I also disagree with. That's pussy shit. Yeah, if Oregon decided to push some law like that, no. Put me in cuffs then, bitch. I am not mandated to run. That's not even in my fucking blood, bro. I'm more likely to fight than run. I mean, it's like, honestly, like, I mean, if I have the opportunity to run, just avoid the conflict, then sure, but it's like, if it's like something that, especially in Zimbabwe, I mean, it's like some dude trying to start some shit, I mean, it's like, fuck you, yeah, I'm gonna fucking scrap. But if it's like a situation where I at least see as worthless and not even worth fucking around with, which is about 99% of the time anyway, then yeah, I just like, just fuck off and just like, piss off, and just walk away. Because 99% of the time, it ain't worth it. And the other 1% of the time usually doesn't even get far outside of like a shove match and saying fuck you and walking away or something. And even then, that's like rarely has ever happened for me. I'm usually too much of a chill dude. I'm too chill for it. I'm a fighter, but I'm chill. Chill like that. I mean, that's how you know someone's like more of an actual fighter, is if they don't want to. Like, they just want to be chill. They know how to, like, fucking flex the shit, and they can if they want to, but they're not trying to fucking, like, go out there and do some shit. You hear me being like, oh yeah, I just, I can beat a fucker up. And it's like, no. Like, honestly, there's been a few that, I've gotten, kind of scrapped up a little bit before. Whatever. It's like, I know how to scrap, and I don't care. It's like, whatever. I mean, it's like, I'd rather avoid it and just be chill and have a good time. Because I ain't trying to fucking, bust my knuckles up on your face. I ain't trying to bust people's faces. Like, if anything, the shit that you're trying to start, is more dumb than me hitting your face. So it's like, I mean, come on. Oh my god, just fuck you, ad. Fuck off, TikTok ad. I can't skip it. I want to. Fuck you. I don't want to eat anyone if I can avoid it. It's not even about eating anybody. I just don't generally like hurting people. Obviously, I think, there's sometimes where someone can, should kind of get a little, a little tune-up. But, I'm not trying to, like, say that's, like, the norm or what should be good. If anything, I'm saying, like, it needs to be a balance with it. Like, don't have, like, this mandate of running away, or like, you know, being such a hothead that you're willing to shoot someone in the head for flipping you off. Like, there's a serious like balance to this type of stuff, like legitimately, because there are people that are hothead motherfuckers and people that rather just like, you know, fuck off from a fight, right? But it's like most people are usually not in that extreme. Most people are not in the one or the other extreme there. Most people are in the middle where they might, you know, scrap up occasionally, you know, or run away occasionally, depending on the situation that, you know, is deemed fit for it. And most of the time, they're probably just gonna fuck away from the problem and, you know, avoid the conflict, you know? So it's like, I mean, realistically, that's what most people do anyway. Even people that, like, hyper flex, like, oh yeah, I can beat this motherfucker. It's like, most of the time, they're probably just gonna fuck off. It's because 99% of the time, it's all talk. Maybe not 99% of the time, but at least, you know, at least 90% of the time. There might be like a 10% of, you know, loudmouth motherfuckers that might mean it, but usually the reason why they're super loudmouth about it and look like that is because they're hiding some other insecurity of theirs. And if you hit them with that, then they just shatter in a million pieces and look like a bag of jelly. So it's all superficial anyway. YouTube's censoring you. Well, yeah, YouTube's dumb. Little Tubby's dumb. YouTube was dumb as fuck. Can't you say adult things? Cause YouTube wants to be your nanny. Hit the gritty. Hit the gritty? Or I'm if you're asking me to smoke a bowl, I'm literally not in a capacity to do so. I'm not in Oregon right now. I'm in a state where there's no accessibility to such things. As much as I want there to be, because I absolutely would if I could. So the last few streams since I've been here has literally just been straight up just sober ignore, and it kind of sucks. California, Texas, like, and yeah, that's kind of why it's not just inaccessible in the sense of I just don't have it. It's inaccessible in the sense I literally cannot get it anywhere. It's illegal here because Texas is a backwards ass state. And dumb as hell and should just fucking, you know, catch up to the rest of modern society and, you know, just be like, hey, you know, weed's legal. Fuck it. But no. If anything, Texas is literally going the exact opposite direction and be like, nah, fuck that actually. Well, let's be more of a fascist shithole, actually. Being a fascistic shithole is actually better than, you know, being a more, at minimal, at least centrist, somewhat decent, you know, thing. Great guy, would like to have a word with you. Dude, my family members over here straight up get fucking emails and text messages from him, okay? Like, it's certainly it's certainly something that, you know, if I could have arranged to talk to him, I probably could. Because I know years back, my one of my aunts at least did actually meet him. I don't think it was her. I think it was my other aunt. But I mean, honestly, unironically, if I mean there was like some big like, you know, dinner thing that he was setting up at the fucking like governor's mansion or whatever the fuck, I honestly can bet your ass I could, if I happened to be in Texas at the time, basically comment to these folk. You want to know that? If I'm wearing my fucking... Dude, if I'm wearing this and looking like this, you know, wearing the jacket and everything, he's not going to really notice the pins right off the top of the mind. And, you know, and honestly, you know, if he does, then I'll just tell him it's just, you know, just for the sake of how the design looks. It's not, you know, anything in particular. You can blend it until you open your mouth. I think you overestimate how much I honestly talk about politics around people. Because I don't talk about it that often around people. It comes up, sure, but I'm not going on like hardcore theory-based proletarian rants, to people. I mean, like a lot of what I say here, I kind of regurgitate it in a more palatable way to other people. Because that's kind of the part of the whole like contact theory, type of thing. It's seemingly a bit hot-headed. Again, like I said, I think you kind of overestimate about what I, when it comes to like politics and stuff. In public, I'm a little bit more tempered. It's not like, it's impossible for me to not get hot-headed or whatever the hell. But, I mean, it certainly is, it's certainly something where I can temper myself a little bit more. I can see him popping off if he says something incredibly racist or anti-LGBT. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, yes. I mean, the thing is, like, I'm gonna put this out right the fuck now. I would not want to be in that den of debauchery and sin, dude. Like, I really genuinely wouldn't want to. I mean, I guess in a sense of just saying, like, hey, I did it to kind of, like, be in the lion's den. I honestly kind of want to, just for that. I want to hear what these fuckers really talk about, you know what I mean? I want to hear what they say behind closed doors. Because they probably got some crazy shit that they talk about. You know what? Let's do a little research. Is Texas a one-party consent state? Yes. Texas is considered a one-party consent state. That means unless at least one of the parties in a conversation consents, both Texas and federal wiretapping laws, a crime to record an audio conversation either in person or over the phone if parties have reasonable expectation of privacy. So that would mean, yeah, I could do it. Because I would be the one consenting to it. So as long as one person consents to the whole situation, then it don't fucking matter. They won't be able to do shit. Either lay low or be ready to fight metaphorical hyenas. This is the governor's mansion. Do you really think there's going to be a bunch of beer-bellied AR-15 wielding fucks just hanging out? Dude, this is the rich. This is the elite. They're popping champagne, having nice rare fucking caviar or some fucking shit. These are fucking elites. These aren't your, beer-bellied chuckle fucks, bro. I expect bodyguards. And they'll just tell me to politely leave and just wait outside or something until, my folks are done. It's like, they would just be like, all right, you need to leave. And I'll just be like, fine. It's like, fine, bootlicker. I'm sure, it feels good being a Gestapo agent at the fucking, Reichstag, don't it? Or the Eagle's Nest, I should say. Actually, what's the German word for the Eagle's Nest?
I'm a spine surgeon at the Texas Factory. I'm here today to discuss radiculopathy or radicular syndrome. Commonly known as pinched nerve, radiculopathy or radicular syndrome refers to injury or
Kirchsteinhaus.
The most common cause of radiculopathy are herniated discs.
Must feel good, to guard the Kirchsteinhaus of Texas. You're white and they won't manhandle you. If you're a minority, though. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if there are a few token minorities there just to, fund a bunch of money and shit like that to them. But that's just, IMO on that one. where is the Eagles now? Oh, it's in Austria. It's at the border at Berghof. Or Berghof. Someone tell their wife, girlfriend that they're dummy thick. Man, girl, you just dummy thick. Dude, I kind of like that. That's nice. It took all my willpower not to bust out laughing. Dude, you know what? I mean, I feel like, the dude saying that, would probably, like, take it as a compliment. Being like, hey, it's just like, hey, my Riz was humorous. That is enforcing my Riz. My Riz game has been amplified and enforced. Because, girl, you dumb thick. It was an elderly couple. Oh my God, that makes it better. Oh my God, no way. Dude, what the fuck? An elderly couple using Zoomer lingo? Like, girl, you are just so dummy thick. I love it. Oh my Lord, dude. Oh my God. Oh, I kind of love that, honestly. I kind of do like that. That'd be nice. Holy shit. Oh my Lord, beautiful. And where's that one song? I was just gonna play. Where to go? Nope. Nope. Where to go? Where did it go? That ain't it either. What the fuck did it? Yeah, go. Bew. Okay, well, that is kind of. Well, then we'll just go back and click this one. We'll click my back. The backup tone. Oh my God, I can't even skip the. I can't. Oh my God. but. Oh my God. No. You hit the accident right on the nail. More like more rasp, but otherwise perfect. Oh my God, no way. I was really that close. I tell you what, you're just so dummy thick. Oh my God, dude. Holy shit. There we go, I found it. Oh my God. This meme's kind of funny. I came in drunk and saw the oven was on. So obviously I turned it off. Turns out that was cooking beef slowly overnight. And I ruined Christmas. Damn. Damn, dude. Murked. Oof. Dude, when your drunk self like, oh, the oven's on. God damn it, who's dumbass left this on? Just turns it off. Doesn't think anything about it. Wakes up to like, what? Wakes up being like, why the fuck is my roast cold? And why is it raw in the center? And you just wake up like, oh fuck, my hangover, shit. A roast, raw and cold? What do you mean? No, the oven. I thought I was doing something good. No, it's just like the revelation, dude. Oh my God. That would be so sad. Oof. Oof. Just mega oof. DSI. They seem like a nice couple. The man opened the door for his wife and everything, like filming. Oh, so he's, getting into the Zoomer lingo and being a sweet guy. is like honey to girls out west who aren't used to it. Honey to girls out west who aren't used to it. Like, that happens up here too. I don't really think about it, but holding the door open for people and stuff like that, like, I do that, and I know other people that, like, I mean, sure, maybe it's not as, like, common and, like, constant and stuff like that, sure, but, I mean, it's still a thing. I mean, it's definitely a thing up here still. I like how I'm saying that in, like, in a sense I'm still in Oregon. It's a thing up there, you know, but you get what I mean, though. I mean, it certainly is. Like, out west and up north, like, it definitely is, you know, I mean, it's there. I mean, granted, maybe not as, like, prevalent, but it still is. Yeah, I'll go to the bathroom real quick. Be right back. And I come out to a fucking ad. Fuck you. Get out of here. That's too hot. I sent it to cool down to 72, and then she wants it too cold. Pick one, mama. Either gonna be hot, too cold. Yeah, that's how I feel right now. It was kind of warm, and then I went into the bathroom where it was cold as fuck, and I'm cold. Like, that's how I feel right now. I'm trying to, like, kind of force my in this corner so I can warm up a little bit. But to be fair, like, tomorrow's gonna be one of the colder days in Texas, so it's gonna be chilly. What's the... It's 4 degrees cooler than... Does Google even know what it's trying to say to me? Would I be cold and hot? I'd rather be a little warm than really cold, but it's... Okay. It's 38 degrees right now, and it's going to drop to 34 degrees at like 5 in the morning. And then it's gonna go up to Thursday with the highs in the 48s. And then it's gonna drop down again to freezing at 30 something, 34, 33 or something abouts. And then Friday, but I don't really have to worry about what the Friday, weather looks like on Friday. which looks like it's just dropped. Dude, it's going to be below freezing in Texas on Friday night. It's been like 3 to 8 a.m. It's going to be like 32 to 31-ish degrees about. Oof. So it's just like, damn. I left, Oregon for a little bit to get away from a cold surge, and I'm leaving a cold surge in fucking Texas now, which I'm going to go back to probably more cold. Great. Awesome. Well, I mean, actually, yeah, because when I get back home, it's going to be in the morning, so, or at least in the afternoon or about, so, yeah, actually. Won't be that bad. The mover said our stuff will be delivered anywhere between the 7th and the 30th. Okay. I mean, might as well say we'll get there when it gets there at that point. I mean, probably because of other variables, like weather, traffic, other conditions. Like, I'm pretty sure there's other variables going on there. And plus, there's probably going to be times where it's going to be dropped off at a different facility, and then it's going to be transferred to other vehicles. There's going to be a whole I mean, I don't know how it's all going to work, but it's the whole shebang. I mean, I've never moved so much to the point of any of that type of shit. So I honestly don't know if how if that's kind of normal or not, but. I mean, I figured especially if they're it'll be the same truck going the whole distance. Well, I don't know then. I'm assuming they probably have to account for maybe maintenance or gas or something. I don't know. I mean, yeah, it seems fairly fair to me, I suppose. I mean, if it's within the if it's within the a certain time frame, then at least you can expect it within that specific time frame, in the sense of all right, how all right, if it's after this point, then evidently something's up. So it's one of those things where you definitely want to keep in mind, but it's because after it gets over the time frame where they say it's supposedly going to arrive, that's when you might have an issue. I mean, also, there's nothing wrong with hitting them up and being like, hey, what's the ETA? Because then it can kind of narrow it down a little bit at that point. If they're oh yeah, we're in near El Paso or some shit. I mean, that truck was packed. Totally blows away Step Douche's notion that we needed 3 trucks for everything. He just didn't pack the truck right. Well, yeah, because your Step Douche is a fucking moron. So, of course, not really surprised with that. Let's see what little nymphs I can look out. A little. Not really too much. I think I'll at least check out the news and all that stuff when I get back, because I could tell there's a few things I want to kind of look at, but I don't really have a good way to do that right now. So I'll at least worry about that when I get back, which will, I guess, technically be in 2 days, Friday. But I mean, for me, that's tomorrow. If that makes sense. I get back tomorrow, despite that being technically in 2 days. It's fucking time is a weird ass concept. Because if I'm leaving tomorrow, but I show up 2 days later, it fucks with my brain a little bit. I'm just gonna be honest. Because like 2 days, 48 hours, which yeah, that's right. And you know, but you know, I basically would be on my way to Vegas right now by tomorrow, and I'm still gonna think it's like fucking like Thursday at that point. My brain's still registering that. So, I mean, by the time I get home, like, and it's the early morning, I know it's gonna be Friday, but my brain's still gonna be on Thursday. It's like, Thursday, nice. The super late evening to the point it's sunrise again in Portland, nice. Oh wait, it's Friday, shit. Like, that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be like, fuck, dude. Ugh. That is a fucking, like, Warren train. Holy shit. Like, I can hear that, like, from over there, and, like, over there, too. This has to be a long fucking train. It really must be. Holy shit. I can, like, it's going that way, I think, because I'm hearing the horn go that way. But, dude, I'm, like, feeling like over there, over here, way down there. Dude, this is a long fucking train. Holy shit.
So you guys got looking good, feeling good, doing good. So let me introduce you to the
Twins. Where's that one I was looking at? Where'd it go? There we are. Be a normie and be awake during the sunlight instead of being a vampire. You do realize I'm gonna be awake for most of that, right? Like, I'm gonna be awake all Thursday and Friday, bro. Like, I'm having an all-nighter. I don't give a fuck. I might, you know, take a nap on the plane and shit like that, but that's about as far as it's going. Having an urge and no cheeks to clap. Seems like a you problem. I mean, you're moving. Like, I don't think you should be giving a fuck about that right about now. I mean, it's like, because guess what? I got that in the back of my mind, but there ain't no fucking way that there's even gonna be like a wiggle, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna let the temptation of a wiggle go on down there. Yeah, it's like, I'm just gonna be like, nah. Main reason why is just because, like, I just, honestly, like, I mean, I got other shit going on right now. I'm just like, alright, I'm up, gotta do some shit, let's go. You know, it's like, it's kind of just like, you know, feels like just basically been on like kind of a consistent kind of go type of thing. So I'm just like, meh. Preach your daughter, to be specific. I probably could if I wanted to. And I mean, the thing is, I know for a fucking fact I could probably easily slay some poom down here, you know what I'm saying? I can easily slay the poom, bro. I mean, I could up in the P and fucking W, dude. Like, I mean, it ain't that, like, it's just some basic confidence. Like, that's all you really need. It's just, like, just confidence in yourself and a no fuck attitude. Like, no, you know, like, fuck to give type of attitude. Like, that's just what you need. Some confidence and a no fucks given attitude. You got that, everything else, you know, eventually will kind of fall into place on its own. Easier said than done. Not if you incorporate the no fucks given rule. Alright, I have to use some bonus. Like, I mean, if you use like the no fucks given rule, I mean, like I said, like everything else will certainly fall into its place on its own. Cause like, I mean, why do you think I'm actually genuinely kind of popular at the karaoke bar at this point? I don't give a fuck. Got no fucks given. Confident in my, abilities to do some karaoke, and because of that, I've risen up people and friends and shit like that, hanging out with them and all that. Or it's not that hard, bro. Just find something that to just be autistically obsessed with or some shit, and then from there, just keep going with it. Oh shit, is this music video about Israel and Palestine? Yo, what? Dude, Sepultura ahead of the game? Dude, Sepultura is ahead of the game on this shit. This is 90s era shit right here. Fucking on it. Back in the 90s, dude. Damn. Just looked up. Is that Tel Aviv? Yeah, probably. Because it keeps showing up. Yeah, that's a part of it. It's persistence. Yes. I've heard the song so many times. I haven't seen the music video for it, but goddamn, fucking goes hard though. I'd rather just drink at home. That's fucking gay and lame. I'm just gonna be blunt with that. It take it from a dude who drink occasionally on my streams, bro. Like honestly, it's definitely more fun, hanging around with a little crowd. Cheaper and you don't gotta be social. It is not cheaper. Like, I'm just gonna put that right off the bat. It certainly isn't, well, it can be, but it depends on what you're getting. You can easily make a night at the bar cheap as hell. It ain't, again, dude, it's not fucking hard. Just stop giving a fuck, have a little confidence, and just go do it. That's all you need. Like, I've adopted that philosophy, and honestly, it works so much more fucking better as an outcome for my own mental health and everything else besides, okay, dude? Like, honestly, that's kind of the key to it all. Just quit giving a fuck. Like, seriously. I mean, that's at least, it works for me. I mean, it's like, I don't give a fuck what others say. It's like, oh my god, that guy's a weirdo. Well, fuck you. Go find someone else to hang out with or something, creep. That's how I feel. It's like, oh, this guy's a weirdo. It's like, well, you're a fucking weirdo. It's like, it's like, what the fuck you got against me, bitch? It's like, don't like it, then, go fucking, go somewhere else. That's how I am. And yeah, there's been people who are like, you're kind of, weird and this and that or something. It's like, and I just be like, well, then don't talk to me or something. I don't know. I mean, it's like, you don't have to talk to me. You don't have to talk to my homeboys or some shit. If you don't like me or whatever, and you I come here on these days, then fuck off or something. Come here on different days or some shit. It ain't my problem. You got an issue with me. That's a you problem, bro. I ain't changing who I am and what I'm about just to fucking cater your specific fucking need. Fuck you. Like, I mean, that's kind of the philosophy you just have to take. It's like, I'm not catering to your specific bullshit. Fuck off. If you don't like it, take it or leave it. Like, literally the my way or the highway, like, honestly. Like, if that's, like, one of the rare things where that principle works. Because, like, I mean, if someone's gonna, like, try to say, this is not cool, this is not whatever fuck, just because you're just doing your own thing, then fuck them. everyone could do that. Do what? You know, you realize I was talking a lot, right? I have my own version of I don't give a fuck, it's why you eat like trash. Then you're misinterpreting what the fuck I'm talking about, because that's not what it means. That's not what the I don't give a fuck mentality is about. Like, I listen to the principle of what I'm talking about. It's about what, you know, like, others, you know, think when it comes to judgment, especially antagonistic judgment against you. Like, when it comes to, like, you know, people saying, oh, you need to act this way, you need to, you know, behave in this certain element, and whatever the fuck, you know, just random shit like that. You know, like, you know, moral puritists, you know, like evangelical Christians, you know, trying to dictate what you do with your sex life and all this other shit, right? Like, that's what needs to be, like, the no fucks given shit that I'm talking about. Not because, like, oh, you know, I just want to eat this and that, or just like a slob or whatever. Fuck, that's not what that means. And in fact, honestly, that's where you should give a fuck. You know, you take the I don't give a fuck principle into shit that actually, you know, and, you know, push away from shit that you should give a shit like that. Because stuff like that matters. Like, your own health matters and stuff. I mean, yeah, I don't eat healthy and all that, that's for sure, but, you know, I'm still gonna, you know, because I'm still gonna adopt a, you know, like you're saying, like, here for a good time, not a long time. I have the same principle, but I'm still gonna take care of my body and take care of myself, at least in where I can and when I can. But you know what? America sucks, and our healthcare's trash. And if there's free at the point of service for healthcare and dental care and stuff like that, I would certainly be taking way better care of my body. But you know, it's like our healthcare system is bent on literally killing us. So, you know, because honestly, I can guarantee you, like, I probably, you know, should get, like, you know, major deep dental cleaning or some shit, because I can kind of see, like, what might be like a cavity form around one of these fucking molars back here. You think I got the money for that, though? Not really. But, you know, hey, you know, when it gets worse where I need to fucking treat it, then it's gonna cost way fucking more. So, hey, I get fucked with a little bit of debt, or I get fucked with a lot of debt later. You know, take my pick. And, you know, it's... because our system's trash like that. I get free dental work. I'm a lucky bastard. I used to, via my, like, mom's dental healthcare plan and shit like that, but, I'm pretty sure now that I'm 26 that I'm kind of booted off of that, so now I have my, you know, work self-care. And they don't completely 100% cover every little thing in my, you know, dental plan and shit. I mean, they got, like, some stuff. I'll have to double check to see what specifically is there. But I, you know, guarantee you that, like, you know, certain, like, dental procedures are definitely more of, like, you know, I have to do some copay shit or whatever the fuck. For old folks and disabled folks plans. Jeez. And that's why there needs to just be a nationalized self-care. Because the idea that there's, like, plans, you know, as if, like, you know, these self-care plans, you know, dictate or could predict what the fuck goes on in your life when it comes to your health. And also, like, there are certain plans that will have things that you probably want to, like, have addressed and have covered, but aren't covered. And there's just random fucking bullshit that, you know, that's there, that essentially is that you don't need, you know, but you might, just in case type of situation, you know what I mean? Like, because you don't know if, like, you know, if you get a broken arm or some shit, because it might be on a plan that you get that's covered, but, you know, don't necessarily in the moment need it. But, like, when it comes to, like, a certain thing, like, you know, maybe with a chronic, you know, heart condition that you have, you know, maybe that's not covered and you still have to pay for that bullshit. You know, and you have, like, you know, some sort of a chronic back pain thing too, just for a hypothetical sake, and that's covered though. So it's like, you know, you take a plan for, you know, possible, like, you know, things that's like, you know, hopefully it doesn't happen, but just in case, because that's the whole idea of insurance in the first place. And you know, but then there's shit in there where that you would need, you know, in a sense when it comes to that insurance that isn't there, because it's in some other plan that, you know, where there's other shit that you will also need as a necessity that isn't there in those plans, but the stuff that you want that is not in your plan is in those. It's a fucking mess. It's just a goddamn clusterfuck of a nightmare that is our healthcare system. And, like, I mean, the patients fundamentally, at the end of the day, are the ones who get fucked the most. Like, nurses, doctors get fucked a lot of times. These hospitals get fucked. I mean, you know, even like some of the like middlemen and insurance companies kind of get fucked because all the higher ups and this shit don't give a fuck about any of these people. They're just making their fucking money. They're making their buck. They don't give a fuck. You know, so some like insurance dorkball, you know, on a fucking IT phone, you know, being like, yeah, so we can, you know, have you add to this plan, but like, and having some dude yell at them or some shit, like they're, you know, they get some abuse and shit. The consumer or patient, you know, certainly does. You know, it's like doctors and nurses too, because they get underpaid, you know, and fucked over when it comes to their, you know, hospitals and the work conditions there, you know, and also they get pieces of fucking shit people where they just like berate them all the fucking time. That happened all the fucking time when COVID was going on. These COVID denialists, like literally on their last breath saying, "You are fucking killing me, you demon, blah, 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 I ain't dying of COVID," while they're literally dying of it. Like, I mean, it's dude, there's just, dude, it's fucking insane. It's actually fucking insane. I mean, our healthcare system is just fucking inhumane. Fucking humane. And it's just insane, dude. Fucking insane. And yet Canada has, like, universal healthcare that's unironically better than ours. And even, like, and the main reason why is because of that. Like, funny enough, Canada's healthcare system isn't that super far off from America's to a certain degree, because also Canada's healthcare is separated by provinces. Like, every province has, like, their own, like, province-based type of healthcare, so it's different for where you live in Canada. Like, there's kind of, like, a federal, like, oversight with all of it, but there's still, like, a degree of autonomy depending on provinces, and they have their own ways of dealing with it. That's also the reason why you hear about, like, wait lines, you know, in Canada, because they might be talking about a specific province in Canada where that might legit be kind of a problem, you know, but, you know, like, in other provinces, they might just be just fine. You know, maybe they have other issues, but at least when it comes to, like, wait lines, they don't. But you know what, even if that is the fucking case that, you know, let's say in, like, British Columbia, that honestly might be the province, too, I'm not sure, but it's just like, I mean, if it's like one of those things where it's like, you know, even if that is the case, like, you have to wait just a smidge longer, at least you don't go bankrupt. You have your money in your wallet. You still got cash. You know, you're not going to go bankrupt. You ain't going to die on the street because you had to, you know, fucking, like, spend half your fucking life savings on a medical bill. I mean, so, you know, what would I take? Wait just a smidge longer or have it free at the point of service for, you know, at least 95% of it? You know, maybe outside of, like, a basic, you know, some weird-ass, like, you know, hospital fee or some shit. I'm sure Canada's still got some fees and stuff. They're not like a complete national healthcare system. But it's like, I mean, it's still, I'm gonna fucking pick Canada, bro. Wait like an extra couple days, but free to point of service. Great, awesome, sweet. I don't care. I mean, you know, it's better than waiting, you know, getting, you know, billed like $400 fucking dollars just to sit in the office for an hour and get told some bullshit that I already knew and to fucking leave. You know, it's like, you know, like, honestly, I know what I'd pick, and it's gonna be Canada's system every fucking time. Flaws and all. And I hate how, like, conservatives and libertarian right-wing dumb fucks will see that as, like, somehow own. Yeah, Canada, wait lines. Wrecked. It's like, no. Just no. Just straight no. I mean, it's like, I don't even need to explain it. Just no. Just simply no. Like a 6K per year mama takes early admin checks part of bill, so I tend to around 600. Well, same with most people, unfortunately. Yeah, like, I mean, half of my paychecks don't go to me specifically. They go into bills and, you know, keeping the gas, light, and all that shit up and blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's like, hey, I got phone bills too. Some of it goes to my dog, you know, because I have to make sure he gets fed and all that stuff, you know, like, I mean, it's, yeah, like, unfortunately, that's just kind of really what it is for them, really just in general. There's different reasons and different shit around it, obviously, but everyone's basically has to do that. Unfortunately, I don't want to. I wish I most of my fucking check was just for me, and the rest of it just went to bills occasionally. But no. So, and honestly, a lot of it was out of my control. I just didn't have any fucking, it ain't my fault that, the fucking electric bill and water bills backed up so fucking much. It literally isn't. That's been a problem for a long time that we've been slowly having to fucking deal with. And it's just and it was a problem even before I had a job. Unironically, that's how fucked, the economy is with this shit now at this point. Especially these days. But luckily, we actually got a really good handle of it to the point where it's actually about to be even again, especially after this Christmas. Because my granddad, he actually really did help us a lot, by giving us, pretty fat check to help really kind of level it out. Because, fuck, because they just get $1,000 right then and there. You don't even know how much that genuinely helps. So the next paycheck or two, I'm actually gonna be kind of doing pretty nice. For January, it's probably gonna be alright. Where 75% of the checks staying with me, and the other 25 is just maybe building up for savings for a little bit, and until my phone bill comes up and shit like that. So at least but I guess if there is Christmas miracle, so to speak, it's that, because it really does help. Because I'm been in the same fucking boat. Why do you think I talk about man, I'm kind of broke until fucking Thursday and shit like that? That's why. With my paychecks, I normally would have probably I don't know, I'd say arguably between 70 to 130 some bucks left over if I didn't have it going anywhere. Because I might also be a little bit more slightly laissez-faire to an extent, too. But shit, I would have something left over a little bit. I could at least slowly but surely, while fucking trudging through mud and sludge, being able to kind of build the savings up a little bit. But but for a long time there just wasn't any real fucking way to do it, because this fucking bill's ridiculous. And that's another thing how you get fucked is that it's just not medical stuff, but it's also just finances, rent, stuff like that. For me, it's not necessarily rent, but it's basically rent. It's the roof over my head is nice, but it don't mean shit if the electricity and the water or natural gas is all off, right? If that's all off and it's basically just a shell, it don't mean shit. Honestly, really don't. So it's it's just one of those things where it's still technically have to do rent despite owning a property. Because you can't escape that. Even if you own land, you cannot escape rent. Because America, baby. Can that rent if you own property just be put in taxes, unironically? If you if there's straight property that you own, you parents bought a house or some shit, unironically, the water bill, gas, electric, that should just be a little tax at the end of the year. It's 1%, 2% tax or something like that, just to cover all that for the for the year or something. I think that would be absolutely acceptable. And also, weirdly enough, I think people will be saving a lot more fucking money too. Because, that's also the main argument when it comes to, healthcare. People will save, and this is true, people save way more fucking money via a tax-based, payment system versus, just a out-of-pocket payment system. Just overtly. I think she takes, and she gets significantly arched. I keep trying to. That's just a personal gripe. It's going to us off now. But yeah, I hear Texas. Yeah, but people hear Texas and freak out. Well, that's why there needs to be a I mean, not in a bad way, but a re-education of like what taxes actually mean. Because yeah, people hear taxes and it's like, oh, government just taking my money. And it's like, no, well, yes, but no. It's like it's taking some money that obviously that that you have, and you're paying into that as a way to invest into your community, into society, and to the state to make things not just better for yourself, but for everybody across the board. So everyone has at least some basic equal playing field of saying, hey, you know, at least we all have like a basic standard we all adhere to, and we can at least, try to meet this standard for everybody. You know, that's really what it should be. And that includes, but not limited to having a fucking house. Like, legit. Because if, like, you can't fucking, have a roof over your head, then what the fuck is the point of taxes and having a society in the first place at that point? If you just have, like, fat chunk of your people just being homeless, just left to fucking die. At that point, then what the fuck is the point of taxes? And what the fuck is the point of a government? What the fuck is the point of a state? I mean, to be fair, what's the point of any of that shit in the first place anyway, but outside taxes? But, just saying. What the fuck is the point of, like, a government and laws and, a society if we just let people die on the street because, they didn't work hard enough? It's like, then you know what? Let it all burn. Throw the Molotov cocktails into every building and just let it burn then. Because we might as well do that. We might as well just let, all of it crash and burn at that point. If that's how we really want to fucking treat people. Because, like, if that's how you treat people on the most desperate level, then join them. Let's see if you really feel that way after your callous, selfish, fucking egotistical, greedy, fucking parasitical brain, allow society to crash and crumble. Because it will. Abso-fucking-lutely, it will. Because they're blind. They're fucking blind, to the fucking reality, and they need the rude awakening. Like, there are just some motherfuckers that are just so delusional that they really need the rude awakening. Like, they need to be homeless. They need to fucking struggle. They need to starve a little bit, to really understand why people are radically advocate for, frankly, leftist ideas. Universal healthcare, public housing for all this shit. It's like, if these out-of-touch fucks, especially if they're like that elite, feel that way, spend a month being homeless, fucking graggling out in a dumpster bin. Like, honestly, struggle a little bit and, see if your fucking mind changed. And if not, then you get to stay that way then. You don't get your wealth back. At that point, as far as I give a fuck. It goes back to the, you need a bit of correction shit I was talking about earlier. It kind of goes into that a little bit, where it's like, some motherfuckers just need a reality check. And are just, especially, rich, out-of-touch asshole pricks that just, are advocates for the destruction of society and doesn't even realize it. They're advocating for basically letting society collapse, let people, fucking just chaotically just be homeless in the street, just so they can basically have a little bit of, civil peace by, pushing fascism. It goes down to the whole color liberal fascist bleeds thing too, because a lot of these people don't realize they're advocating that, and they're like, oh, look at all the crazy shit happening in the inner cities, crime rampant, this and that, blah, blah, blah. We need a stronger police state. We need to crack down on the drugs. The homeless problem is an epidemic. They treat it as an inhuman, detached thing. Like, they don't see these people as human beings. So when they have conditioned and have, convinced and basically brainwashed themselves into thinking that, what happens? Police state, motherfucker. Look at all these fucking Democrat-ran fucking cities. They're basically conservative. Portland is ran by shitlib and conservative pieces of fucking garbage. It's not leftist or liberal by any means. It's conservative as fuck. Centrist conservatism. Moderate neoliberal conservatism. That's what runs Portland. You got a fucking centrist, moderate, right-leaning, conservative, liberal mayor, a neoliberal, moderate, conservative mayor. You have a fucking outright far-right fascist piece of shit, Rene Gonzalez, who's the most incompetent fucking retard I've ever seen on the city council, ever. Like, and it just a bunch of other incompetent shit libs that don't know what the fuck they're doing. You know, outside bitching about, like, you know, maybe a bike lane being, you know, in this certain place, or the homeless, you know. It's like they got no fucking, you know, actual solution to any shit. Besides allowing it to get worse, so then they can, you know, condition people into thinking they need more of a police state. The police don't need to be held accountable because the Portland Police Association and the Portland Business Association fucking runs this town. It runs Portland. The PBB and the PPA run that fucking city, and like, I mean, they're basically trying to convince everyone in the fucking city that if, you know, their policies and their advocacy gets their way, everything will all just be hunky-dory. We need the police state. We need the corporate state in Portland. That's what the fuck is going on. That's Portland right there for you. It ain't leftism, it ain't Antifa, it ain't, you know, any of that bullshit. It's corporatism. It's corporate fascism. That's what it is. It's neoliberal, moderate, conservative, fucking corporate fascist police state shit. That's what it is. It's the veil of moderate conservatism with, like, underneath it, the police state fascist. That's what it is. There are literal Nazis in the Portland Police Bureau. Literal fucking Nazis. So, I mean, I'm not hyperbolic. I'm being fucking I'm cutting through the bullshit. I'm being blunt for what it is. I'm telling it for how it is. That's just, unfortunately, like, Portland right there. And luckily, that shit's changing. The fucking, the voting charter reform passed, and it's certainly going to change the game of, you know, the Portland City Council. So it's on a ticket time clock. And that's why the PPB and the BA are, you know, very adamant about pushing this shit so fucking hard. Like, it is a constant fucking issue in Portland, like, when it comes to these motherfuckers. Every day there's always some stupid article about how the homeless are causing this problem, how a camper got set up here in this neighborhood, and now all the NIMBYs are freaking out, and all the neoliberal fascists are freaking out now. All these fucking cunts that are out of touch wino mom fucks. Like, I mean, it's like, you know, it's like article, you know, every other day, or by KTU or some shit that's, you know, fucking spewing this propaganda bullshit. In Portland, and all of us suffer for it. And especially the most marginalized, because guess what happens to them? They just slowly but surely die of fentanyl overdoses, or some shooting, or, you know, getting their shit robbed, or fucking getting, like, literally basically, like, kicked off to the side of the road by, like, some NIMBY fuck walking by them, or a cop arresting and harassing them as shit. It's a fucking nightmare, bro. And, I mean, if you think it's, you know, a problem in Portland, oh no. Extrapolate that to every fucking city, including Dallas, Philadelphia, DC, no, probably especially DC, considering that's the root of all this evil shit. Fucking, you know, LA, especially LA in a lot of ways, because the LA police train a lot of police officers all over the country. San Francisco, Sacramento, Cheyenne, fucking, you know, Denver. Every fucking city suffers with this shit. So it's like, at the end of the day, if you think this is just a Portland problem, it ain't. It's Seattle, you know, fucking Olympia. You know, it's like, fucking name these places. I mean, I guarantee you, the variables are going to differ, for sure. There's going to be different variables to all of it. Like, you know, the problems in Portland might not necessarily be the exact same in LA or anywhere else. But the root of these issues, homelessness, you know, crime, chaos, like, it's all root to the same thing. Lawless, homeless chaoticness that needs to be quelled by a strong police state to, you know, reestablish civility and decorum in society. That's the advocacy to the root. It doesn't really matter what the problem is, that's the root of the issue. And that has to be exacerbated and pushed as a fucking red herring, even though these problems aren't really as bad as as it seems, you know, to a certain extent. Like, you know, when I go out in Portland and shit, yeah, it's a problem for sure, but it's not like some chaotic, lawless society or some shit. It's just perceived like that. And it only, you know, makes it worse for literally everyone else, especially the most marginalized in that situation. It just continues to feel and reciprocate the same fucking problem. And that's why I, say, and a lot of people, especially on the left, say that when you cut a liberal, a fascist bleeds, or, we'll even interject, fascism with like neoliberal moderate conservatism and shit. Because at the end of the day, the root of that, curiously enough, seems to be very fascistic. Especially when it comes to the idea of, the police state, or letting them win and letting them kind of get more influential, like this election. So it's, I wonder what truly is the root of the problem here. I really wonder sometimes. And that's rhetorical, by the way, don't answer that. because I kind of know. Well, I mean, to be frank, I mean, there's probably multiple reasons and multiple, you know, like roots. I mean, but really the rootest of the root of it all is, you know, the core root of the trunk is money, mammon, economos, whatever you want to call it. That's really the truest root of it all. But it feeds into all these other little roots, you know, like, you know, it's basically the sorts of a fucking buffet. Like the queen bee just like injecting her nectar, you know, for the fucking, you know, the, you know, little larva to just like feed and build and become the next brood to just unleash. Like it's like, I mean, the core root feeds it all because money walks, bullshit, you know, it's like money talks and walks while bullshit just fucking flies off a cliff. I mean, you know, that's realistically what's happening to that shit. Because it's America. I mean, it's not like it's a unique problem here, but it is exacerbated, and it is basically the core problem. Like, the core problem of a lot of these issues starts here in America. I mean, it's like, including fascism. Like Hitler especially, but like the fascist leaders of, like, you know, Hitler and Mussolini took inspiration from like a lot of the authoritarianistic elements and the racist ideas of America from its early history. Manifest Destiny, American eugenics, all that shit. They took inspiration from America. So if you really want to see the root of fascism, the inspiration of all that came from here, from the United States. We rooted it, we inspired it, and we let it thrive, and we let it grow. Even here at home. Madison Square Garden? I don't even have to say that. Charlottesville? I mean, it's like, fuck, bro. It's like we not only did, like, we inspire it, we helped it grow as a country over a fucking century. Like, America really is, in a lot of ways, the root of fascism. Like, and I truly believe that. Like, Mussolini might have codified the idea and philosophy, but he was heavily inspired and took inspiration from the United States, including Hitler. And Hitler's been overtly vocal with it. Like, back in the day, he was very vocal about it. It's like, oh yes, I was inspired by America's great manifest destiny and their proper understanding of Aryan eugenics. Yes, like, you know, they just had it wrong. It's not, you know, the Anglo-Saxon, it's the proper Aryan German. You know, he tweaked it a little bit. But nonetheless, it's the same fucking shit. It literally is the same shit. I mean, it's because it was inspired by it. It's the root of it. I mean, frankly, it's one of those things where I am, you know, certain, you know, that's just the truth. I mean, because it is. I mean, history just shows that. I'm just finding our song here. I mean, honestly, be kind of surprised, you know, if, you know, like if someone thinks I'm just like, nah, just being a little hyperbolic and just being crazy about it, you know, it's like being a little, spiritual about it, something, it's like, you know, if so, then, you know, fuck it, I guess. I just, you know, look at patterns in history. I just kind of see, you know, what inspired movements, you know, inspired philosophies, inspired what America is. You know, I just like, I just kind of look through the history books a little bit, you know, see what's going on contemporarily and think, yeah, there's, you know, it seems like there's a lot of, you know, correlation going on, huh? I'm not finding anything of interest, so I'll go back to Saputra. Well, where is he at? Yeah. There we go. Cool. Alright. And do this. And yeah. Take that break. Conservatives say that government exists to defend the nation for foreign affairs, nothing else. I mean, at least to like, it's debatable. Depends on what they mean by foreign invaders. If they mean immigrants, then no. If they mean like, you know, there's like an army that's like, yeah, that land there looks nice, we're taking it from you. Fuck you. Like, yeah, and they're about to like start raiding us and pillaging. I'm gonna kind of, you know, I don't know, just, you know, kind of be in the defense, you know, aspect of things. I mean, because the thing is, like, when it comes to government, it's more complicated than just simply, like, it does this or that. Like, it, you know, like, I mean, it's rooted into trying to, like, you know, help, you know, the prosperity and advancement of society, but, like, there's, I guess, technically a lot of ways of how that could work. And there are good ways to go about it, and obviously very horrible ways to go about it. Arguably, America is like the most horrible way to do it at this point. America's like the worst fucking example of, you know, what a government ought to be. Alright, never mind. I was about to say, you know, I bet even fucking like, you know, like Russia's a more better excuse of a government than America is, but I'm like, nah. You know, I was gonna maybe go that far, but no. They're on the same playing field. They're both equally reprehensible excuses of governments that should be disbanded. I mean, if Russia and the United States just collapsed at once, like if both of those countries literally just collapsed at the same time, I would cheer. Well, I mean, well, maybe not because China wouldn't collapse. So as long as the big three collapse, if China, Russia, and America literally all collapse at once, like at the same time, I would cheer. I'd be okay with that. I'd be happy. You know, so, I mean, you know, because it's, I mean, you know, fuck nations, but fuck, you know, the super nations, like the super powers, like not just a power, but like a mega power even. Like these mega nations, like the United States, Russia, and China, like these super nations that, you know, just like, you know, essentially like dictate how the world works, like they ought to crash and burn. And they're going to. Like all three are predicted to crash and burn bad in the next like 50-something years. Russia and America especially, but, you know, China's coming up too. They're having their crisis as well. And it's only a matter of time, and I'm here for it. Like, that's the chaos I want. I want the chaos of, like, these fascist governments collapsing and burning to the ground. And, you know, in the phoenix of the people rising from it. Like, because it's, you know, it's not like these things haven't happened before. Maybe on smaller levels and smaller bursts, you know, not so big and grandiose. But it ain't the 1920s no more. It ain't fucking, you know, 1896. It's 2023. The game's changed a lot since then. For good and for worse, to be fair, but different game now. And honestly, I'd argue it's a little bit more on the average people's side versus the rich. Look how much animosity there is towards rich people these days. Right, left, or otherwise. Even people who are apolitical hate rich people. You know, they might not know the politics as to why, but even they hate landlords and rich fucks and elites and stuff. Like, I mean, it's only a matter of time, you know, as far as I'm concerned. That'd be kind of like, you know, another strain where it's like 2 hours of constant, just like, going off about, this time I guess, like the root of fascism and the root of America's evil, I suppose. But hey, I mean, it's still all, kind of goes the same thing. I'm actually kind of surprised been going on for like 2 hours for these nights, I'll admit. Since I've already kind of, went on for like what, at least a full hour for sure, but honestly, realistically, probably like an hour and a half to pretty much the whole fucking stream, essentially, just talking about it. At least 2 hours for sure now, actually looking at it, yeah. I'm honestly been surprised, I think, I figured while I'm here, I'd probably only be like doing them for an hour and a half, but I've been able to kind of, add some stuff, add a little flair. So I can dig it. Fucking Sepultura, just hanging out in the background and all that shit. It's kind of a vibe, not gonna lie. But you wanna know what would make it more of a vibe? Dude, having a bowl right now would be pretty lit. Did I just get like a weird ass like mental high off of that? Just like doing that, like if I was actually to take a hit, I think my brain registered like, oh, you're getting high? Because for a second, I swear, my brain just went like, you're high for like 2 seconds there. Dude, can I get like a placebo? Dude, I'm wondering, could I placebo myself somehow? Shit, dude, I kind of feel like I placeboed myself for a second, actually, because I just did that, and I'm just like, hold on. Why do I feel like I am a little buzzed now? I think I just placeboed myself, to be frank. But hey, I'm cool with it. Honestly, if I could placebo myself into that shit, that'd be kind of cool. Alright, I had too many of these Dr. Peppers. I'm grabbing a tea. Oh shit. Some miles, oh, that's good. Oh, it still is. Let's go. I'll take this jug, actually. That's what we're at. Alright, release it. Back to switch over here. Oh. What's in here? Bitch. Doesn't say it, but there is indeed some Milo sweet tea in here. Fuck yeah, bro. That deserves a slap on the leg. Fucking Milo's is fire, bro. I honestly low-key wish that Milo's was sold up here in the or up in the PNW. I keep saying up here like I'm in Portland right now. But I mean, there should be though. There should be some fucking Miles up there because shit's amazing. Shit's dank. Fire's fuck. See what little things are on to kind of look at real quick. Is that the first fucking yawn tonight? I don't even feel tired. What the hell? What the hell? A Korean news program actually filming on the top of the building instead of using a green screen. I mean, he got them down there, and then he got, like, their set right there. Bruh. That's commitment, dude. That is some straight up commitment, I do tell you what. I mean, but, like, how do they keep whatever papers they have from flying away and shit like that? Like, you would think there'd be a lot of wind and gusts. Shit like that, like, you know, a little bit of a wind shear or something, too, even. You think it'd be a little something like that, but I guess not. Five-story Manhattan townhouse of Home Alone 2 lost in New York fame on market for $6.7 million. Iconic listing. Oh my god. Thanks for the unneeded news, YouTube. And, I mean, you know, honestly, whoever buys that place is only buying it strictly for the, you know, virtue of it being a Home Alone place. Which, I mean, you know, I kind of respect. I'd probably still live in it and shit like that. If anything, I'd probably actually treat it like a museum. Make my money, get money back off of it, and be like, all right, yeah, this is the place of Home Alone 2. Let me recreate it in like the exact way it was set up in the movie, and then just like have a museum. Be like, yeah, you know, $5 entry, and you get to explore the place as it was, like it was in the movie or some shit. That would actually be kind of cool, honestly. Because, I mean, you know, a motherfucker like that would be able to, you know, like, easily be able to, like, make his money back off that shit. Easy. I mean, if I had, like, I don't know, like 20 mil so I could buy, like, right then and there. Place looks like a bar restaurant. The Home Alone 2 place? Or this place? Because this place is technically a barn. That place. Oh my god, I mentioned both now, so now I still don't know. You're like, no, that place. And I mentioned both of them again in between that interval, so I'm just like, fuck. I'm assuming you mean here, right? Because if so, yes, it honestly kind of does a little bit, to be frank. It kind of does really look a little bit like a bar and grill. Honestly, this place probably could easily be turned into one. You know, now that I think about it, oh, dude, fucking dummy easy. Got like, yeah, dude, yeah. Because instead of that being like a little apartment, you know, in there or whatever the hell, that could be like, you know, the kitchen area. You already got a bathroom, got like an employee's bathroom in there, that would technically be, and then, outdoor seat. Yeah, this place easily could be turned into a brew pub in the middle of fucking nowhere. Both bathrooms, animals on the wall, etc. Yeah. Well, there's not like multiple bathrooms. Well, there's two in this place specifically, but yeah. I mean, it's more of like a bigger, like, broad entertainment spot for all of them. For whenever they get the folks over and stuff like that, and all that shit. And, you know, there's like a spot to hang out and sleep in there, you know, where I've been sleeping. Hence why I've been hanging out in here.
Seriously, aliens live in Stonehenge.
Fuck you, Ad. There we go. Everyone's sleeping. They fell asleep like 3 hours ago. I'm the only one awake at this point. And they're all in the house that's over there. This building is completely detached from where they all live. So I'm just sitting here, you know, in my own little spot. It's my little temporary domain, at least for tonight. Then I have to leave here around 5. We're gonna get some food and see one of my family members before I leave for like an hour or something bouts. And then, then just, you know, go to the airport, leave at like 11 at night. That's gonna be a nightmare and a half, to be honest. I definitely want to be at the airport by at least like 8:30. Now I'm thinking about it. Because Dallas-Fort Worth TSA suck ass because they're very fucking anal. Every time I've had to deal with Dallas-Fort Worth TSA, they are the most anal motherfuckers. So, I'm gonna want to at least, just like, I'm definitely going to need at least 30 minutes alone just for that bullshit. And like, they need to find out where the fuck the gate is. I'm gonna need at least like 10-something minutes for that. So up about like 9. So that'll give me at least like an hour, give or take, before the plane starts boarding. So I should be okay there. The airport should be rather quiet that late at night. Oh yeah, it will. Honestly, like, when I was hanging out at the Vegas airport for a little bit, that shit was like dead and quiet as fuck. Like, there was like hardly anyone in the airport outside, like a few people here and there. And, arrivals where people, drop off and shit like that. So, I mean, like, honestly, even the Vegas airport was like damn near dead. I'm thinking if, when does my, I have my thing saved on this shit. Because I was just thinking, like, when does my flight to Portland leave? I was trying to think of that. It's like, Because if I'm in Vegas for, like, 4.5 something hours, and I get back at Portland, like, around, like, 9 or 10 or something like that, be like that. Alright. I don't want to do it. I'm not doing the math in my head. So I ain't dealing with that right now. I'll worry about that when I actually get the fucking tickets, I guess. And I'm going to need to figure out how I'm going to Tetris the shit out of everything, to be honest. Because I'm going to have to, like, come back with more shit than I packed. And honestly, if I knew that, like, I would have just, like, brought less shit. Like, fuck. Because that bag was filled to the brim, when I was initially, like, packed it. So now I have, like, more stuff. It's like, I don't know. Oh, no. I could at least wear, like, a couple layers to kind of minimize that. But, and I can at least, get some hat game going. But I'm going to need to, I'm going to need to figure out what to do with this hat right here. Because, like, I got these hats. I have like 3 hats, 4 now, because I have 2 beanies and this one, and now this, so it's like I got my main 2. Like, I can't exactly, like, put a beanie on this. I mean, I guess I could, like... Alright, let's see how dumb this looks. Let's see how stupid this looks. This is certainly very dumb. Yeah, not happening. Yeah, no. Yeah, definitely not. Not doing that, that's for sure. That fucking glare of that light has really got me nuts. Fuck your dumbass player, bitch. Yeah, whatever, fucking animals. Let's see what I want on. And we'll bullshit in there. As the results of the operation of whatever the fuck, another ship was damaged. It was evidenced by satellite images of the port of Feodosia. They show that in addition to the large landing ship, Novocherkassk, another ship partially sank due to the impact.
You look like your mother, they say.
No, I don't. Fuck you. I guess they have like these little clips here. Oh, I guess so, yeah. I guess that's the ship they hit, which, yeah, that's just gone. And there's like another ship over here that I guess sunk a little. This part of the second damn ship is a training ship. I mean, I honestly saw the like clip of that, you know, with the initial explosion, and it just like I mean, I was also kind of shocked a little bit because it was like, I don't think I've seen an explosion where the light of the explosion was so powerful that like it lit up like the cloud itself. Like the cloud was like white because of how glowing it was. It's like, damn. Like, I don't think, I mean, I've seen explosions where they're nice and, like, red and orangey and shit like that, but, like, full on white was like, whoa, dude. See what little things I'm gonna look at. Just for little random quips. What a little quippy bullshit I was on. I like how Vivek Ramaswamy is like basically sucking Trump's dick publicly by being like, this anti-American bullshit of like stopping an insurrectionist from running. Boo! Even though there's like overt historical precedent to remove and, you know, disqualify traitors, you know, from running or being in office in the first place. But yeah, let's not mention that at all, Vivek. Fucking little weird ass worm. And does he really think, you know, like Trump's gonna acknowledge him, you know, because of this? Because no, he's not. He ain't, you know, he ain't gonna get like anything from Trump. If he really thinks that, he really is an idiot. I mean, he is, but I mean, I already knew he was an idiot. But I mean, like, honestly, even way more so than, you know, than anything else. I don't know too much. I am at least kind of pulling a couple things, you know, for when I come back home, though. I think I'll probably have like a little celebratory I'm back home stream and just get fucking beyond lit. Because honestly, like, I mean, I was technically supposed to go back to work on Friday, but I'm probably going to call in ahead tomorrow and be like, I come home on Friday because I put the day off on the flight leaving, but I'm going to be gone all night and all morning and stuff. So, yeah, you might want to just, like, I don't know, not have me on there. Or at least, like, way later. Like, you know, put me on for, like, 7, so I'll come up and close for a little bit or some shit. Because like, oh hell no.
With no positive breast cancer is
Like even my aunt and you know uncle, they were like, what? Why I told them, it's like, so when do you go back to work? Friday.
risk of occurrence of
What time? Don't you go back home Friday? I'm like, yeah. And I kind of laughed about it. And they're like, so when do you work then? I'm like, technically 3, but I'm probably going to try to push that way later, just so I don't have to worry about it. But I mean, who knows? I'm honestly like, they're going to have to if in a way, like I'm on a flight. They can't really control that. I mean, I'm going to be home by noon, but I'm not going to tell them that. I'll say that, like, it looks like, you know, there was a delay when I looked up the update for my ticket info, and it looks like there's a slight delay, you know, due to, like, other scheduling from what it looks like. Don't know why, but it's been updated. Or some shit. Like, I mean, I can at least, you know, not have to worry about it that much. Oh, I know how to do it. While I'm in Vegas, I can, like, text to be like, hey, my flight got delayed. I'm going to be here a little longer, so I'm probably going to be coming back home, you know, around the time I'm supposed to be going to work. So is it Gucci, you know, to just, for me to just kind of come in when I can and hope for the best? Because that's essentially is like what it would have to be. But I'm definitely going to be relaxing and being celebratory first before I do. That's for sure. Can't, you know, fucking get at me for enjoying myself and having a good time. Can't fuck on me for that. I mean, it's like I had an all-night, you know, multi-flight situation, okay? So it's like I swear to God, they give me some lip about it, which I know that my department won't. It's going to be like the store director / management that I'm worried about. Like, they're gonna be like, oh, well, that's not a valid excuse. I mean, if you're scheduled for that, you're scheduled for it. It's like, I mean, I have no idea. I think they'll, you know, honestly thinking about it, like, they'll just have to deal with it too. I'm one of the most reliable motherfuckers. Like, I mean, it's one of those things where they just have to kind of deal with it. I guess so. Yeah, and I kind of want to right now. It's not on my mind constantly or anything like that, but, you know, when I do these, you know, to kind of wrap up my evening, I'm just like, you know, it'd be kind of nice to have a bowl. I think a part of that's just kind of maybe a habit, just because when I do these, I usually do have a bowl or two. Well, more like a lot more than 1 or 2, but, you know. Like, I think it's just more or less of a habit type of thing, but whatever. It's not the end of the world. I don't care. I will admit, I do have, like, some munchies. I got, like, biscuits with, like, drizzle-honey on it. I'm gonna just kind of snack on those bad boys. Play, like, a little video for an hour or 2 around home here on my laptop. Just kind of call it Gucci. It's probably the longest I've been going on since I've been here, too. 2 hours and 45 something. Like, I'm actually kind of surprised I've been able to drag these on for a while. Even with my little coffee stream from earlier, I'm actually kind of surprised by that. Go. Yeah, it definitely is. So the last one I see was like 2 hours and 34 minutes. So 10 minutes more this time around than previous time. There we go, cool. Take out the trash. I forgot to turn that notification off. What the fuck? It's like, yeah, you gotta take out the twist. It's like, I'm not an organ. I don't need to take out nothing. Yeah, so... Is that Fear Factory? That was indeed. That was indeed Fear Factory. And... Oh my god. I cannot, you know, it's just, fuck your ad. Mute. Fuck your ass. Come on here. Oh, fuck. Here. Let's see what I want. that one. I did that. I did that one. It's starting to repeat a lot of the ones that I've listened to already. Yeah, what the hell? We've heard these. YouTube. Come on. Or I should say the specific app that this YouTube app is. Oh, here we go. Sweet. That's finally it deviated. Finally some deviation. What the hell is this shit? Man, I'm wondering what this like weird little like line is on the edge of my brim here, but it comes off pretty easily though, whatever the hell it is. I have to assume this has to be like some sort of weird ass just... I mean, like what though? Weird ass something. It comes off very easily though. Whatever it is. Well, at least it ain't sticking to me. Whatever it is. Lol, what's this? When you try to corner your bowl to take it slow and accidentally light the whole thing up at once. Dude, this is like way too fucking true. Cowabunga it is. I started smoking weed pretty late. First time around 24. Took it seriously about 29. Honestly, learned so much shit from the sub. I have never even considered not lighting the entire thing. This is my face all the time. Perpetual Cowabunga. Fucking love it, dude. New band name. And they call it, well, it's 4 years old. Shit, they might have already done it. Damn. Let's read some of these little. Oh my god, yeah, we get it. Yeah. Wait, no. Dude, it's all the same thread still. New thread, come on. Let's see another comment here. It's always Cowabunga time in Strya. Yeah, I'll do tell ya. I approve. That's another one up here. I guess not. Lame. Where's the other one? Never happened to me. I pretty much corner all my bowls, even when alone. So now when I smoke a bowl, as progressively get higher, I start to make shapes by cornering at certain angles. I hate Reddit threads, they're whack. I mean, all the branchlings. I know, it's like, I mean, all the branchlings get a little ridiculous because you have to scroll through them all, like, it should be like YouTube, where it's like if you click on a comment, and then it expands all that shit. Like, see, it's, like right there, you got like a one more reply, then it'll pop it up, even though I guess it didn't that time. Yeah, see right here. See, it will do that for some, but not all of them. It's like, I don't want like every single one of these damn things just popping up, like, oh shit. Wait, what even? Okay, I guess it's deleted. We'll never know what they said. I don't understand the meme. They always pop up on a new tab on my desktop machine. Oh, they always pop up on a new tab? I mean, for me, it doesn't do that. It will either do that type of shit, or it just basically like closes the comment. It's like, no, just expand, damn it. I know, for real. I guess the only thing you can really do is basically just like, you know, just do this, essentially. It's just like, look at like, you know, where one of these replies are, and then boop, it takes out like all the thread. Like, that's realistically, I guess the only thing that you can do is just do this, and it just removes a lot of, you know, so I guess that does help. Oh my god. Oh my god, well, oh wait, hold up. Boom. Oh, see? Like, that honestly is way better now. I mean, this is all one thread. All this is from one thread. And at least it looks a little bit more organized. At least a little bit. Still shitty, though. Not as bad as Slashdot. Their comment sections are even worse. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh Lord mercy. Oh no. Let's get your fucking out. Do like another tune or two. If I can find one. Man, they did really hard, like narrowing it down here, are we? Really do. What are we doing? I should narrow down to less and less shit, and going into random other obscurity. Alright, here we go. Oh wait, that's a live. That's live. What the fuck? I don't necessarily want the live version. That, yeah. Looks like it's colder there than back home. It's 48 here. Are you kidding me? I tried to escape the cold and it's colder here than it is up there. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna do this. Now, 35, 34, 34. Oh my god, it's gonna be in like, oh my, what the fuck? What part of Texas you in? Like the south of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I don't want to exactly say specifically, just because the town itself is small. It's literally like a bumpkin town. If I were to name it, it would be really easy to narrow it down. So I don't want to really do that part. I mean, I could kind of like name random ass adjacent towns, but I'm just like, I guess I can name like the second, like outside Dallas-Fort Worth, like the second biggest city that would be near. I mean, let's see if I can put this in a very simplistic way while still being vague as fuck. No, not that. Okay, actually, this is pretty easy. So, I'm basically in between Waco and Fort Worth. I've been like, what town? Not saying, but I'm in between there. There you go. I'm actually probably closer to Waco more than anything, to be honest. Where the Branch Davidians were at one point. In fact, where specifically were the Branch Davidians in Waco? Was it like, where would that be specifically? I know it has to be maybe mentioned or something. You would think it would be like maybe a landmark or something like that will mention it. You're so close to Hillsboro. I know, Hillsboro. Well, funny enough, I wanted to mention Hillsboro, but I was like, that feels too small. So I'm just like, nah. And it's, yeah. I'm not gonna say where in accordance to everything. I'm just in between there. Am I like a little west or east or anything like that? There is a place called Ding Dong. I'm not even kidding. I mean, I will zoom hella in on here because it's nowhere near where I'm at, but dude, there's literally a place called Ding Dong, Texas. Literally, dude. Like, what? What the f? Oops. Like, what the fuck, dude? Ding Dong, Texas, my guy. Wow. Oh, my lord. Alright, where did Waco go? Did I just lose Waco? I lost Waco. Oh, I found Waco. You know what? I want to look up ranch. Compound location. Oh, it's Mount Carmel Center. So that's where it was? Okay, well, where's that in accordance to Waco? Huh. It's, okay. Honestly, the whole incident in Waco is closer to Halsburg than Waco. But I guess Waco is just more of an easier name, I guess, to remember than Halsburg. But honestly, realistically, it's closer to the smaller town of Halsburg to the east. Actually, it's in Halsburg. It's like just right outside of it. Why is Halsburg not like what type of fucking shit is this? Look at this. This is apparently the city or the town. Like what is this? What broken, gory grossness is this? Shouldn't it just be like boop, boop, just going up here? Shouldn't there be a big block? What is this? What is going on here? Why are there just lines? What is this? This is so weird. Texas, you're fucking backwards, bro. What's going on here? Like, what is it? Like, I've never seen a town with like such a weird configuration like that. I mean, honestly, it's just so strange. I might get like, sure, you know, I get the lake or whatever, but I mean, it's just so... I want to see this on satellite view, damn it. What does this look like on satellite view? It makes even less sense. It's all like rural country shit. It's like no real town or anything specific. Like, it's just literally like a rural farming town. Like, so wait a minute. Is all the non-city stuff like, is it like private land technically? So the city doesn't own it anymore? I don't even know. It's just, okay, whatever. Ding Dong's name it that because the guy and his nephew had the last name Bell. That settled the area there first. Population 22. Wait, Ding Dong has a population of 22? Wait, I want to go find him again. If I am able to do that now that I have it in satellite, and I now probably can't find it. All right, we're gonna bring back our regular. Oh no, I just needed to keep going down a little bit. Its population of 22 in 2000. You know what, I want to, like, there has to be a little bit more of an update sense. There's got to be more people or less. Let's see. Wait, notable person. Sons of the Pioneers, Fiddler Hugh Farr was born in Ding Dong. Straight north of Austin is about 50 miles. Zulus and his nephew Burt Bell. Yep. The city communities first came to count a country's attention from Ripley's Believe It or Not when a travel writer Bill Bryson mentioned it in his book Made America, and Gary Gladstone mentioned it passing gas. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about like its demographics or anything. I mean, it's like, yeah, in 2000 there's 22 people here. Is it still like that? Yeah, we don't know. I'm assuming like the only job that you can get here in Ding Dong, which, what a name, which looks like really like there's hardly anything here in the first place. It's basically a country pride markets or the fire department that you can volunteer at. Bitcoin ATM? There's a Bitcoin ATM here. Are you kidding me? I'm not kidding. There's a Bitcoin an ATM at the country pride market. Oh my god. There's a fucking crypto Bitcoin ATM, dude. In the most bumblefuck place in Texas. Wow. My god, dude. Ding Dong Trash Services, and it's like literally out in the most booniest part of the boonies. Bruh. Bruh. Dude, like, man, this state is confusing as fuck, bro. This, like, what is this? There's like this big gray blob here. Is it Fort Cavallos? No, that ain't it. What the fuck is this? Like, I'm not even kidding. There's like this big gray blob in the midst of all these other blobs. What the fuck is this supposed to be? Like, what's going on here? Is this supposed to represent something? I was trying to click it, it doesn't give me anything. It's just there. Here, let me do layers. Does it show anything specifically here? Not really. Or are these mountains? I cannot tell. No? What the fuck are... What are these? Are these like mines? Huh. Huh, that's strange. Well, this is what it looks like on a satellite view. I mean, this is what I was over. I don't know what the hell it is. But it's all a mush of gray. Once you do this, it's like, you know, just nothingness, I guess? Mines or something? I can't tell. There's like these little patches of shit here. Like what looks like little dirt roads, but they get kind of pixelated. I can't really observe what the hell's here. Oh, wait a... Ooh, wait, I just thought of something. Is this like a... I'm starting to see what looks like little... Ooh, is this a military training site? Residential areas? No, this isn't residential at all. No, all that's to the south of all this. I think this is like a training facility or something. Because there was like a fort over here that... What was it called again? Where is it? Where'd they go? What was it called again? Yeah, Fort Cavazos? Or some shit. Yeah, I think this is it. Yeah, it's a part of Fort Cavazos. Yeah, because I'm noticing this, you know, as we, like as we kind of, you know, move up, because I was way the fuck up here, all right? But if you go down, you see all that same stuff down here at the fort. So it's a training facility. This is a training facility. So it looks like a, you know, tank battalions and tankers and shit will like come out here and do training. Yeah. These are like firing ranges. Like the tanks will go in these areas up here. I'm assuming on these little ridges and shit and stuff like that. I mean, that's what it looks like. I think this is a training facility or a training area for like tankers and shit. I mean, I don't see like a... Is there an air base at this fort? Don't see one. So I don't think it's for aircraft. I think it's just for tankers. Yeah, I think so. I think it's for like tanks and armored battalions and armored vehicle training. Whoa, Northrop Grumman's here, so yeah, definitely a military site. Wait, yeah, 1st Cavalry Division Tactical Vehicle Wash Facility. Yeah, so it's the 1st Cavalry Division Training Center. Yeah, so this is, it's a training facility. Dude, this fucking place got like a lot of big names. Fucking General Dynamics has a shop set up here. Fort Hood, ooh. You know what to say about Fort Hood? It's literally the hood of the military. Dude, wait, is Fort Hood here? Is this where Fort Hood is? Holy shit, there's a lot about 1st Cavalry right here. Yeah, so this is definitely a military town. And holy fuck, I found the rich yuppie community. I found the rich people. I found the rich. Ugh, looks so gross. Dude, suburbia in Texas just looks so fucking wild, bro. It's something. Ugh. And the worst part of it is there's so much of it. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, all this right here is probably, like, dude, this right here would probably be downtown Milwaukee or some shit, bro. Like, that would basically be, like, my downtown. You know, like, this is pure, strict suburban, just every... it just keeps going. It keeps going. The more you just think, there's a supper... McMansions, yeah, like, there's more, like, maybe middle-class shit down here. But, like, dude, bro, like, right there, bro. This is pure McMansion shit. You can see some. Look, they got one right there. You got, dude. What's going on here? I mean, dude, they're totally McMansions of McMansions. I mean, look at these. Look at all these McMansions. These are freshly built. You can tell these are brand new. These are like, you know, been here for like maybe like 20 years at the most. It's like, dude, this is all new development too. And so many roads. What just fell? But dude, like, you know what? I want to look at this. Like, dude, a lot of these communities are like kind of not even really that connected. So I gotta go for these fucking neighborhoods then, bruh. I mean, some of them are. But I could tell there's like some people who would be like neighbors, but they'll have to like literally drive on like all the way around to go get them. Be like, hey, what's up, bruh? Oh my, dude, like my point right here. Like, bruh. It's like, let's say you live like here or some shit and you want to hang out with your neighbors here, you have to like go all the way around to the other outlet. Like, that's ridiculous. That's absurd. That really shouldn't have to be a thing. Oh, dude, even worse. Just right below it. It's even worse right here. This fat cul-de-sac, and if your neighbors are right here and they want to hang out with you, they have to go down this road, go down Watercrest, and go up here, and then it's like, boom, there you go. It's like they have to go all the way around and make such a detour. Unless they want to, like, I don't know, just climb a fence or some shit. I don't fucking know. I mean, it's just like, I like how I'm just, like, doxing an entire town. I'm just... I mean, but still, it's like, dude, this is ridiculous. I mean, it really is, though. It's like, come on, man. Like, I mean, I get, like, you know, I'm just gonna have roads and shit, but this, oh my God, it goes on forever. All right, I'm done. I'm done looking at Google Maps. I'm starting to get depressed. I'm starting to have existential crisis, dude. Oh my God. Oof. And dude, like, I mean, and like I said, you can find some stuff like that in Portland, but honestly, it is like better placed. Like, the roads are, and the pedestrian / like development around it makes a lot more fucking sense. That's just like, you know, I don't even know, bro. It's just a nightmare. And honestly, I've been through different cities and had to deal with infrastructure in other places. Honestly, man, Texas is the fucking worst when it comes to infrastructure. Like, I mean, it's not like the roads are terrible on driving on them. It's just how they have it all set up. The way the infrastructure is set up here in the state is just bunk-ass whack, bro. It's the most absurd shit I've ever laid fucking eyes on, bro. It's, ugh. I don't even know, bro. I don't even get it. It's just absurd. It's ridiculous, man. The state is absurd when it comes to their infrastructure. It really is. Oof. Oof. Bells me. I mean, I will never be not surprised if the fucking just Texas. I mean, because it's kind of easy in a sense, you know, to just like, you roasted a little bit, from a distance, but you can't really truly appreciate it unless you're actually down here to really see how fucked it is. Because holy crap, bro. They don't exactly observe efficient land usage like we have due to terrain up here. Yeah, because everything is mostly flat, so, sprawl away, baby. Endless sprawl, why not? I mean, it's like, I grew up in Minnesota, same thing here. Same thing up there. Oh, yeah. I mean, and I remember being in Phoenix, similar issues there when it comes to sprawl and bunk-ass, construction of roads and stuff. It's just from my experience, Texas is the most fucking bunk, whack-ass shit. Like I said, not necessarily in the quality of the roads and of them being broken down and shit. I mean, the roads are fine in that way. It's like how many there are, how many roads basically lead to the same fucking place, all this other shit. It's, oh my god, it's whack. It's fucking insane. I was struck by how crowded things are in Oregon compared to Midwest. It's not a bad thing at all, mind you. Yeah, no, honestly, it's not bad. If anything, it makes things more convenient. I was mentioning it earlier on the stream, but the whole idea of 15-minute cities and shit, and I was kind of venting off about that shit's convenient and good. But yeah, so many of these conservatives, especially when you see all this bunk ass fucking guy driving an hour to grocery store fucking roads and shit, it's goddamn. I mean, I would, if I was born and raised here and I was 15-minute cities, that sounds like a blessing. I would literally worship the idea and fucking you sell my soul to fucking get that done. Straight up. I mean, luckily I already live in a city that is like that, for the most part. It's more like a 30-minute city, arguably, but, the premise is there, though. And it at least works, and it's certainly a lot more functional. Going on for over 3 hours. Damn. Well, shit. Get you back on. Then we'll,
We designed it to be beautiful, then engineered it to go.
Really? You're gonna give me a fucking ad, even though you weren't. There wasn't one earlier. Okay, well, you're just a shitbag, aren't you? Thank you. That's always great. Take a little bathroom break. Be right back. Fuck, now I'm kind of feeling the nip. Jeez. I'm gonna preheat that fucking room here, actually. Got on. Turn on. That puppy to sit out, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what, Bobby. Fuck. I'm gonna have to grab the blanket in there and just Just fucking wrap myself up like a little cocoon. Just like sleep right here instead. But yeah, let's see what little funny thing we look up. Talk about showiness, tell you what. Talk about showiness, I'll tell you what. God dang cold, this god dang cold, I tell you what, boy. Boy, I just tell you what, it ain't right. Because it certainly does suck. Especially when I'm trying to like escape it and then it comes back anyway. And from my understanding, I guess Dallas is gonna get fucking snow, so cool. I guess I try to avoid the winter for a little bit and it just comes back to get me anyway. Yay. I can never escape the cold no matter where I go. I try to run away from the weather and it just comes back anyway. You're not really that far from the mythical Arlington, Texas, from Key and Hill. Yeah, isn't it Arlington? Apparently an amalgamation of Dallas-Fort Worth burbs. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is an amalgamation. I mean, I closed down Google Maps, so I don't have that on anymore, but I'd look around for it if I did. I'm pretty sure I've looked it up before. So I'm kind of familiar, like, where it is and shit. I mean, because I also know, like, in The Simpsons, Springfield is based off of Springfield, Oregon. Well, like Springfield/Eugene. So, I mean, honestly, it's not really uncommon for a lot of these shows to be just an inspiration of, like, you know, just like some random town or like towns, you know, that are like side by side each other that happen to be you know, like in the U.S. somewhere. Like if Springfield did Simpsons and Arlington with Keen Hill. This setting was inspired by Dallas suburb Richardson, where he once lived. Huh. So Mike Judge basically based off of the suburb he lived off of. Nice. Another dumbass fucking Mountain Dew. That's the most stupidest Mountain Dew ad I've ever seen. It's like some weird fucking like goddamn lizard demon freaking the fuck out over Dew. It's like, yeah, whatever, fuck you. Fucking weirdo. Weird ass, just nonsensical, absurd ads, dude. Gotta love it. Gotta love that shit. The only southernish place I imagine living would be Cali or the Vegas area. Yeah, I mean, honestly, for me, that'd be the same. Maybe, like, honestly, for me, it would probably be more like central or northern Nevada. Hell, even maybe, honestly, Utah. Northern Utah, specifically, probably. Like, I mean, I ain't no southern boy. And honestly, the most south I would go is actually probably like, you know, fucking like, you know, Bolivia or Uruguay or some shit. Like, I'd go beyond America. I'd go to the south, bro. Like the South Americas. Not America South, you know, South, but like South America. That South. I'd be down for that. Uruguay, Colombia, or, you know, some shit like that. Fuck yeah. That'd be dope. Yeah, I'll just skip over the South and go to the true good South, you know, South America. I mean, a lot of things are, you know, depending where you go, it could be a little sketch, but for the most part, you know, I don't know, pretty chill. I like it. Here, Costa Rica's okay. I don't know too much about Costa Rica. I mean, I only really know like a little bit about like Uruguay, Argentina, mainly because it's now literally basically going to collapse any second, you know, considering the cycle they just now elected. You know, Brazil's kind of, you know, on the up and up a little bit, starting to get better. Give it like another year or two, and sure, it'd be totally fucking like the spot to go to, you know, South America. In Colombia, like, I mean, the whole, like, you know, scourge of, like, cartel fighting and wars and shit, that's, like, you know, the thing of the 90s, really. I mean, it's not really as common as it used to be anymore, if it really honestly happens that much at all. I mean, a lot of that's kind of, you know, morphed up north, you know, towards Mexico. Like, a lot of that fighting's moved north. Like, I mean, a lot of the shit in Colombia has kind of died down at this point, because a lot of cartels that used to operate there just moved north. They're just, like, you know, amalgamated with other, you know, groups. Where, you know, the money is at, basically. And then, what other, like, place would actually be kind of legit? I mean, I can't really think of any off the bat, personally, but I only know of, like, a couple spots. Colombian women are gorgeous. That is true. I mean, honestly, like, South American, you know, women tend to be pretty beautiful as fuck. And super nice. That's true, too. At least a lot of South Americans I've ever met, you know, always tend to be very friendly, you know, really cool, sweet people. So. Ooh. Oh, shit, I don't know if Streamline's gonna do that stupid bullshit. So I just realized I am coming up to, like, that 3-hour 30 mark. Yeah, I'm definitely kind of getting a little weary, so I'll kind of let this song play out. And I would smoke one more bowl to, you know, depart with, but I can't. I have nothing to do so with, and it makes me sad. Sad face. But yeah, you're gonna die in a minute. Yeah, I kind of figured. So, you know, I might as well at least, you know, rest those weird little eyes and do my thing and all that bullshit. I mean, I am running on Wi-Fi, so I don't know if